Alright, y'all. We are finally ready, now that we have beaten that game, uh, to do our year-end extravaganza here. So, played a lot of games this year. Oh, you know what? I should have sorted this by date we finished them, because we have weird stuff like all of the stuff from previous years here. But whatever, we're just gonna go down the line. I'm gonna say a bit about each game that we played. Pretty much all of these we have finished. I think there's like... Yeah, there's only 2 games we haven't finished on this list. One of them is that crappy Resident Evil mobile game. The other is Stardew Valley, which we'll finish that eventually. I mean, I guess how does one finish Stardew Valley anyway, but, you know, I only got my feet wet with it. I haven't really played it properly yet. I at least want to finish the community center. Hopefully we can get, like, a max ranking from Grandpa or whatever you get. Oh, no, Grandpa's dead. I don't know how the hell that works. That doesn't matter. Ignore those 2 games. I mean, don't ignore those 2 games. I'll still talk about them when we get down to them on the list, but... Let's go. I could just sort this list, I guess, if I wanted to... That wouldn't really fix the order anyway, because there's a couple games we started this year and then came back to later. So we'll just leave it as is, that's fine. The Long Dark. So, alright. Long Dark is this weird thing. It's perfection, but yeah, exactly, there's perfection. Yeah, there's no proper ending. I know at like the end of 2 years, you could pretty much consider that beaten. It's kind of similar to like Harvest Moon 64, which we also played this year. Or, well, I replayed it because I had played that before. Anyway, back on target. The Long Dark, yeah. Okay. So we had played, oh god, I don't even know. Oh no, yeah, the date is right in front of my face. Back in 2018, when I was like just starting my stream, and I would just stream kind of like incredibly infrequently, I played The Long Dark during winter because I was like, oh, this is a survival game in winter, and my coworkers were talking about it, and they really liked it, so I'm like, okay, I'll give this a shot. I absolutely love the core mechanics of that game. I think it's a really solid survival game that's got a fun gameplay loop. I don't know what crack they were smoking when they made the episodes. Alright, I don't hate every episode. The last one was pretty decent. The first one's fine. But there's just moments like, oh my gosh, it was the third one where you're playing as the wife, right? And you have to go rescue 3 different people, which are like completely different ends of the map. And if you even try to go like the direct line from where you rescue the person and then slowly carry them back, you get ambushed by like more wolves than you could possibly have ammunition to fight off. Pretty ridiculous. It's just like invisible walls that they don't tell you about, and it's just trial and error, and it's also just so tedious. That's the worst offense in the episodes. At the time of this recording, episode 5 is still not out. They're saying maybe in Q1 of next year. I'll play it when it comes out, whenever that is, just to say we've fully wrapped it up. For now, I'm saying we've like beaten it. Ostensibly, we've done everything we possibly could in campaign mode, at least, or sorry, the episodes. We've beaten all 4 episodes. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll probably give The Long Dark 2 a try when it comes out, but survival mode is just infinitely more fun for me, at least. I don't know. Maybe people love. I don't even hate the story. It's like not a bad story. It's just getting through it's so rough. But yeah, weird contradiction. I don't know. But we had some fun with that, in spite of the nonsense that's in there. Another blast from the past here, Balance a Lot. So if you're not familiar with what this game is, this is a rage bait, or like a rage platformer from 2019. I think I played this when it was relatively new. We came back, started it from scratch, and finished it this year. That game gets very hard by like it starts out pretty tricky. Like it's definitely not like getting over it levels of difficult, but it is not an easy game by any means. In fact, the final level, I'm not entirely sure how I beat it, because there's a sequence of jumps at the end of that like last level that, whew, it's a doozy. Gex 64. Yeah, so actually this next group of things, actually all of these, I could say this for all of these. You know, we started these games back when we first started the N64 Marathon, which was in July of 2021, and it kind of bled out into August and then a little bit into September, as you can see from these date starteds over here. Yeah, I guess all of these are well, I guess Tetrasphere... No, I don't think I've ever, like, beaten Tetrasphere prior. Oh, I just realized There's a game in the middle of these that's not an N64 game. All right, ignore Stay Out of the House. We'll get to that. But yeah, Gex. I always like didn't like Gex as a kid, even though I owned it, and I'd never finished it until now. Having finished it, I have a little more respect for it. Like, it's a decently put together 3D platformer on the N64, but it's kind of mid. Tetrisphere. Loved this game as a kid. I love it now. It's a fucking fantastic action puzzle game. It's a good goddamn time. If you never tried it out, give it a try. It's a weird. It's not like Tetris at all. It's a weird fucking game, kind of like Wet Tricks, where it's like you're sharing the Tetris name, but like you're doing your own thing, which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Iggy's Wrecking Balls rather. This game was incredibly infuriating. Yeah, can't speak. It's just really repetitive too. There's just like a lot of like same shit over and over again. Yeah, I don't know. This is a game I also grew up with, weirdly enough. Hadn't finished it before. Now I have. It's a good concept with really poor execution, is kind of what I'll say about Iggy's Wrecking Balls. For context, it is a racing platformer game that's like 2.5D, so there's some level of 3D-ness to the levels, but they're mostly just on a like linear thing. Really just like frustrating layouts, and you know, it's not really rubber banding, and it's not really like luck. It's just like things line up very weirdly, and the controls are quite awkward. So when the levels start getting more complicated in like the latter half of the circuits, it is a little frustrating to like power through it. But whatever. Stay Out of the House, man. Okay, this game is really cool. I'm starting to realize that like I don't think I like the like hide and seek horror. I mean, I guess I knew that already, but yeah. So we played this back in 2021, which I think that was actually before it was even out. That was just when it was in beta. This game is kind of like those Granny games I play, but like on crack. It's Granny if Granny were like actually difficult and had a lot of steps to it. Especially, so we got the like true ending where you go through the basement and everything. Holy hell. Okay, we beat the game without a guide, I think. Pretty sure I beat it without a guide. I absolutely never would have figured out some of the stuff in the basement, though. Like, there's so many puzzles that just are so freaking convoluted. And that's fine. I mean, you know, I'm not the smartest guy out there. People might be more into this stuff if they're like, oh, hell yeah. And, you know, the one positive thing I will say is the save system is really smart for this, because it's a much harder version of Granny, but you can save. You have limited saves, but you are allowed to save. Gex is for sure one of the games of all time. Yeah, for sure. Yokochu 2 Setsuijin Koro. This is, you know, I don't really have much to say on this. This is a visual novel that's strictly in Japanese on the N64. I played it because it's one of the like 5 horror games on the N64. From what we were able to glean from like the fan translations I found and the like translation app I was using, it seemed like a decently fine like murder mystery, but like, number one, I don't give a fuck about visual novels. Number two, I can't read Japanese, so like it wasn't a great experience. Apparently there's some people working on a translation for it. I do hope that comes out. I don't think I'd replay it, but because we got several endings when we played through it. We didn't get all the endings, but we got like all the major ones. Well, okay, there's like a New Game Plus ending, and that's just... Actually, it's kind of like the new Silent Hill that came out this year. There's different endings you can access as you replay because it opens up new options, which is neat. Again, at the end of the day, it's just text on a screen. That's kind of why I don't really like visual novels, even if I can read them. But I'd hesitate to say the game's bad. It's completely incompatible with both my tastes and my ability to even play the game properly. San Francisco Rush 2049. So this was my favorite Rush when I was a kid, which is funny because it's the one we didn't own. We had the other 2 Rush games on N64. I think I just liked it because of the wing feature where you can like balance yourself out midair, which is a nice change because a lot of the problems with the other Rush games is like, oh yeah, you kind of like sometimes you'll just hit like a weird corner or something and you're just not going to be able to get back on track here. Is that freaking Undertale music? That so is. I think, okay, straight up, I think that stuff usually gets flagged, so I'm going to skip that. No shade towards Undertale. Yeah, so just like the other 2 Rush games on N64, it's bullshit difficulty. In fact, this one might be the worst. Well, okay, I don't know. The first one's pretty fucking bad. But this one's really annoying because there's a certain point where you like actually can't win circuits unless you unlock certain parts. And the way you unlock like the better and better parts, it's just by playing the game, but you have to play like a ridiculous amount of time. Like there's a certain number of races you need to race, and it's like unlocking Mewtwo in Melee. Like it's a lot of races you need to race in. And then the other one is like, you don't need to win, you just need to like race in them. And you also need to drive a certain number of miles. And it's like, okay, you know, I guess that gets longevity out of the game, but like, does that really make it any better? Like, I wouldn't say so. But put that to rest, we beat that one. Whatever. Very frustrating racing game. It's fun in multiplayer. It's got a cool, unique engine for racing games in general, especially for its time. Anyway, that's that game. And then we got Disco Elysium. So now we're actually in games that we started this year, which we will remain in since I have this sorted by date started. Great game. Loved every minute of it. It's a cool-ass, weird world they've built, and a very unique way to do a CRPG. You know, I'm not the biggest RPG guy, and I'm like I just said, not the biggest visual novel game. That game's a lot of fucking text. Thank God we're playing this in 2025, where there's like full voice acting. Well, nearly full voice acting. There's a couple of random things that aren't, but that's whatever. Yeah. The one thing I will say, I do wish that there was more branching to the like conclusion of the story. Like everything kind of, I'm not going to spoil the plot of Disco Elysium because it's kind of the best thing about the game. But there's a point where things kind of just converge regardless of what you do, which is really disappointing considering like the rest of the game is very creative in allowing you to approach every problem from different angles and using different skill sets depending on how you build your character and stuff like that. Just, it could have been better is all. I don't know. But I loved it all the same. Fantastic game. Whatever. Also one of the funniest fucking side quests ever. There's the... I don't even know how you trigger it, so this is a mini side quest spoiler, it has nothing to do with the main plot, but I won't even talk in depth about the plot or the side quest. In fact, we didn't finish the side quest, so I don't actually know where it goes, but I saw enough of it to know that there's a side quest where you can join a secret communist revolution going on in Revachol. And let's just say, when you show up to the first meeting, it's really fucking funny. Anyway. Granny Remake. So I played this game because it's called Granny Remake. It is not made by D.V. Loper, the person that made Granny, so it's not like an actual remake of Granny. Well, okay, it is a remake of Granny, but not by the people that own the rights to the actual Granny games. Having said that, you know, it's fun. My thing is, okay, and this, I say this a lot about the first Granny game as well, the first real Granny. Since they have patched that game with the extra stuff in it, it's like too much. I'm waiting for them to patch it where you can like filter out like the extra content and just not have that whole spider basement optionally if you choose not to. Because like the original Granny 1, before that was like like they patched that in like, I think it was a year ago actually, it was sometime last year. Like it was a very tight, smooth experience. It's very basic. It's like very, I don't want to say low effort, but like low fidelity indie horror game. It is low effort and like the construction of it's not particularly complicated, but like the sum of its parts are actually pretty fun. I know I mostly play Granny as a meme. It's whatever. It is a meme game, but it's not a badly built game. That's why I keep playing it. Anyway, Granny Remake has the same problem as the patch to Granny 1 in that like it drags it out longer than it needs to. And Granny 1, every puzzle is like multiple pieces, and you know, Granny is just every bit as relentless as she is in the other Granny game, and more so kind of in some ways. And yeah, this was not not the kind of like other indie studio take on Granny that you'd want to see. It didn't quite hit the mark for me, at least, as someone who is into these weird types of games. Penny Racers. Yeah, I guess that was our first N64 game of this year. it's a fun enough time. I definitely had rose-tinted goggles for this one. I played this game when I was a kid, and it was fun playing it. I mean, I guess it was just one stream, wasn't it? So it's very short. Like every racing game on the N64, and as you can tell, there's a fucking lot of them. It's pretty frustrating to actually beat, but whatever. It was fine. It was pretty fun. Tenchu Stealth Assassins. Chat was right. So someone in chat mentioned at the beginning of my PlayStation Marathon, like, oh, you have Tenchu on here. Nice, you're gonna love that game. I'm like, fuck yeah, everything I've heard about it makes it sound like something I would absolutely like go crazy for. First one, it was solid. The end of it is a little bullshit. Got a little retro game bullshit built into the end of the game, but even with that considered, like, it's a very fun game. The sequel is incredible. In fact, I probably should have gave that a 10 out of 10. I don't know. The sequel has problems too, but whatever. Anyway. Verwandlung. I think this is the game where you're like running a machine in like this like heavy industrial horror thing, right? Let me start the record. Don't start the recording, Goon. This is the recording. Oh no, this is the one where you're in like the house and there's like a spirit chasing you. That was alright. Very short game. B64, also cool. I don't know how I found this. So this is like, I hope this person finishes this game because it was basically like the beta of it, I guess. It's a little like cutesy retro style action stealth platformer kind of thing. It's like a little adventure game. But as you can see, it's currently 5 minutes long. Need that to get a full release, and I will play that in a heartbeat. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Excellent flight sim game. Okay, this is one of those games I heard about a lot when I was growing up, but I never rented it, never had it. Playing through that was quite fun. It gets pretty challenging, but never like complete bullshit. I will say, like, getting golds on every level is a little bit bullshit, but we didn't even do that, so whatever. We just beat all the levels, and then I used a code to unlock the bonus missions, which are cool. Those are cool little rewards for, like, really digging into the game, and honestly, the medal system's, like, a perfect way to, like, add replayability without just making it, like, super repetitive. I mean, it would get repetitive, but, like, you could say the same of, like, GoldenEye if you wanted to get all the cheat codes, right? Like, you're going to be playing missions a lot at that point. But yeah, it's solid entry on the console. Very fun. Super Beat'em Battle Phoenix 64. This game was wild. And also very short. As you can see, we started it on the day we finished Rogue Squadron and then also beat it on that same day. This is like a series of mini games. They were all pretty fun. Nothing like amazing. It's certainly not like Mario Party tier, but it was a fun short game. I think the main problem with it, I'd say that there is that there's only a couple mini games, and they've recycled them pretty quickly as well. So that's not great, but whatever. Then we have Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers, which is Scooby-Doo. This is the only Resident Evil clone on the N64. There's of course also Resident Evil 2 on the N64. But yeah, this is full on, just like straight up old school survival horror, fixed camera angles, solving puzzles, getting hit by dinosaurs, just like Resident Evil. Cool game. Alright, speaking of Resident Evil, we also... why did I play this, actually? Oh, right, we were playing a couple of random Resident Evil games in fashions that I had not played them before. And we played Resident Evil 7 in VR on the PSVR. So years ago on Halloween, I tried playing Resident Evil 7, the PC port, with a piece of third-party software to let it work with VR headsets that are on PC. And it was just an awful experience. It was laggy. It was not like attuned to like do any sort of like motion sickness combat. Like, I don't have bad motion sickness in VR, but like a badly like made VR game will make you motion sick regardless of what your tolerance is. And that was my experience with using that random third-party software I used. It's a real shame that like Sony they gave a big bag of money to Capcom to keep the VR component of RE7 exclusive. Now it was for a timed period, but after like it was like for a year, and then afterwards Capcom was like, well, it's not worth it, we're not going to patch it in. So real shame there that never made it to PC, because honestly, for how old this game is, and that's weird to even say that Resident Evil 7 is old, but this has really good VR. Like, I play a lot of VR games. I was very comfortable the whole time playing. In fact, I think we played for like fucking 4 hours twice, like 2 days in a row, yeah. That was wild. Anyway. And then speaking of Tenchu, there's Tenchu 2. Like I kind of already said what I had to say about it. Tenchu 2 is in every way the improvement on the first one. Sweet follow-up to the first one. The first one's also a great game. And then, you know, it's my bread and butter. I fucking love when Haunted PS1 collaborations come out, and we got ourselves another one this year called Flipside Frights. Played through that bad, but it took me a whole month apparently, but we played through all of those. It was a big demo pack. In fact, not only did we play through all those, we played through most of the games that were in that have come out. We still have not played Death and Abyss, that came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. Maybe it was actually in the end of November. But yeah, we'll be playing that soon, don't worry. I mean, I say this every time one of these comes out, that all the games are amazing, but truly, the devs keep amping up, and there were a lot of newcomers too in this demo disc. Like, every demo disc feels like it's just more and more quality and like good stuff in there, so glad to see that's very much on pace. Signalis, bleh. What a fucking beautiful video game, chat. I absolutely loved this. It was great from start to finish. The ending, chef's kiss. Not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil anything on this list, probably. But yeah, fantastic indie horror game. DDR Mario mix. Okay, I gotta be honest, I played this as a meme. I'm gonna come back and play that again. So we played through like the default normal difficulty campaign or whatever, but then that unlocked hard, and then you unlock like super hard after that. I kind of want to play the harder difficulties. It was fun. It's a fun game. I thought, you know, like doing DDR in Mario World like would be an idea that has no legs. Like you know, okay, you got a couple Mario songs that you could make fun DDR things out of, and then that's it. But they put their effort in. Like it's not a bad game. Game and Wario. So I've had this game for like the longest time, and I've been waiting to play it. I don't know what made me play this in March, but I did. Pretty fun. This is a weird like half point between like WarioWare and like, actually no, it is just it's just another WarioWare game. I don't know what I was gonna say it's like fused with, but I mean it's got all the WarioWare characters in it, so that, you know, that alone. But even just the structure of it, it's very much like, all right, well, you play through these and then you get to the end, but then there's like different levels that incorporate new pieces to each like mini game. I guess they're not micro games in the way that the WarioWare games are. They're a bit more long form, but they work well. It's got good Wii U controls too, which is always cool to see. Yeah, Overblood 2. Goddamn. Chat, you could just look at any part of the VODs while I was playing this game. I was glazing the fuck out of this game. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, Overblood 1's one of those games. So Overblood 1 is a Resident Evil clone. Overblood 2 is like an action RPG, kind of. More so than a survival horror game, for sure. Yeah, this game is cool as hell. It's also weird as hell. Like I said, I'm a sucker for cyberpunk stories, so, you know, given that it's in a cyberpunk setting, that kind of instantly won me over, and then I was just on board with it all the way through. But yeah, just a solid game all around. Bust a Move. Okay, actually, yeah. Before we fully go past wherever the hell it was, San Francisco Rush 2049. Yeah, Bust a Move 2. These two games are significant. So, San Francisco Rush 2049. We actually used a cheat code on it. So, when I was like, oh, I have to play the game for like hours and hours and hours to unlock the tires that I need to beat like the master circuit or whatever like the final one was called. Fuck that. I'm gonna use a cheat code to just unlock the parts. Where are we at here? Bust-a-Move 2, we actually, initially, on our first, this is why there's like a 3-month gap between this, even though it's Bust-a-Move. The first time we cleared it, I used a Game Shark because for some fucking reason, this N64 game has limited continues like it's an arcade machine, and you can only up them like a little bit. And the difficulty is ludicrously hard, even if you put it on easy in this game. We eventually beat puzzle mode with the like preset number. Oh wait, no, actually we never did. I forgot. We were like definitively like provably going to beat the game. There was like 5 or 6 levels left and we had like 8 continues still. And if you don't know how the game works, every time you die in a stage you get like a little guidance thing which helps you like aim like way better, like it's OP, or in puzzle mode at least. There was no chance, there's no universe in which we weren't going to win, but my fucking N64 just froze on like the 5th or 6th to last level, I forget which one it was. Also, a lot of like the final stage ones are like gimmies, they're like weird gimmick levels. So I guess we never even truly did beat this game, but you know what, we were gonna win, it's whatever. Then we got The Hungry Fly. I think this was the fastest game to release out of the Flipside Frights demo disc, because there was a demo for it on this Flipside Frights demo disc, and it came out in March. It's a pretty cool game. It's mostly a narrative, linear-driven thing. It's not even linear, because there are split paths in the narrative. Very, very storybook, kind of, you know, like dark fairy tale type story, without spoiling what happens in it, but cool game. Conscript is fucking incredible. Bravo to the Conscript team. And they also just put out a huge update like a couple weeks ago also. Like, fucking phenomenal game. Truly shows the horrors of war in a way that, yeah, even like Spec Ops The Line, like even that game I don't think scratches the surface on like just how much they nailed just like the grittiness and melding the like gameplay mechanics with the like tone of the game. Like, it's a work of art. Rusty Proto, very funny, short little Resident Evil game. It's a bit of a deconstruction of the survival horror genre. I think we just played that randomly one night when I had finished something. We had a little bit of time left. What are we on to? Silent Hill 4. Also, I don't know why I was saying my first playthrough. I did play this game a long time ago. I didn't play it very long. Like, I think I didn't even get out of the subway. But I had technically played it prior. I want to love this game, but I really just don't. It's got a lot of problems. It's the kind of game that, like, a remake unironically would, like, be perfect for this, because if you could like harness the like concept, I don't know if they could do it properly in a remake though, especially with like the modern like standards for graphics and stuff. There's a lot of just like very experimental ideas in the game, which is part of what makes it so unique, but it's also part of what makes it really fucking annoying to play. So yeah, I totally see why it's like, it's a very divisive Silent Hill game. Like, there's Silent Hill games that people just universally shit on, like the arcade one, or like Book of Memories. Like, sure, I mean, I haven't played Book of Memories, so I can't speak to that. Downpour, I've played Downpour, and I know that that's shit. So like, people will, you know, the Silent Hill fan base is pretty consensus on not liking that. But if you ask like 10 Silent Hill fans whether they like Silent Hill 4 or not, 5 are gonna say yes and 5 are gonna say no. I think I fall in the latter category, but I do appreciate some of the things it was doing. 10 Dead Doves, another former Haunted PS1 demo disc game. I think this is from the second demo disc, maybe the third one. But yeah, when I played this, the experimental kind of abstract storytelling didn't super jive with me, especially because like the main character is very like blasé and like too cool for school. It didn't perfectly land. It wasn't awful either. Like it's pretty good, but I don't know. I remember really liking the demo for this one, and I think that's maybe part of where I was coming from. Of just like, didn't really live up to the hype of the demo, but that's just me. Again, if you, for example, I know a friend that would really, really love this game. In fact, I gifted it to him after I beat the game because I'm like, I didn't care for this like that much, but I think you will love this game. Like, it's really down to taste, I think is why I don't like it, but whatever. It's a cool enough game. Galarians. Oh man. I mainly remember the last stage of this game because there was like this stupid, it's not even a boss rush, it's just like a sequence of like really tough to beat enemies that you have to fight like back to back to back with no like, oh, pardon me, with very little like checkpoint or resources that you can like draw on to like, you know, refill your stuff. Oh, as I remember the first proper boss, that guy that like just floats around the backyard of your childhood house or whatever, and then shoots like energy orbs at you, and you have to be like perfect to dodge them. That was a bit of a jank part. This game's jank, is what I'm trying to say, but it was also kind of cool in a way. Overall, pretty mid experience though. It's just a janky PS1 game. That made it on our list because it was one of the Resident Evil clones on the PS1. Oh god, okay, Die the Bunny, I don't know what possessed me to play Die the Bunny 2, because Die the Bunny 1, it was not, like, miserable to play, but it was a very basic horror Easter game. Yeah, we played a lot of Easter games this year. Die the Bunny 2, the first one took me, like, I think 10 minutes or so. Die the Bunny 2, took us a couple tries to get through it, because the evil Easter Bunny is a lot more aggressive in that one, and you have to do a lot more to like clear the game. But we did beat it. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Egg Hunt. Okay, never mind. Egg Hunt Remastered, I don't know why I played that. Die the Bunny was just like a short linear thing. Okay. I'm remembering now. Actually, let me pull these videos up because I don't remember which one's which. Both of these are just kind of like whatever. They're just your bog standard first-person horror game. Okay, so this is the one with that alleyway. So you just go down in the pits and everything and come back. What the hell happened in this one? Drive the bunny. What? You'd think this is a mode where you like drive or something, but that's just... God, my green. What happened to my camera this day? I'm so, like, orange. Oh, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, no, Egg Hunt is this stupid-ass one. Like, this one... Oh, wait, no. Okay, even the first Egg Hunt was, like... obnoxious. Oh wait, why did I... Oh, it's all in one video. Okay, yeah. So the first one was like 5 minutes long. Okay, yeah, no, I had that right. I just mixed up which game was which because I played 4 different things on Easter. Yeah, whatever. And then last but not least, Easter Bunny's Big Day. What a fucking lazy-ass video game. You know, we just finished that Santa game. This is like the pinnacle of low-effort retro games, chat. Look at this dog shit. This is the entire game. These stupid-ass puzzles. Yo, what's up, Starlight? We're looking at all the games I played this year. Truly just the lowest of effort video games. It's literally just filling in jigsaw puzzles. Oh, and that was the hardest difficulty, by the way, that you just saw. I think I turned it down because I was like, okay, I'm not going to spend like 4 hours beating this game on hard mode. Bust-A-Move 99. So, completely the opposite of Bust-A-Move 2 up here. Bust-A-Move 99 has infinite continues. It's not built like an arcade game. It's still Bust-A-Move. This is just the superior Bust-A-Move. There's a third Bust-A-Move as well on, Oh my god, I forgot. The auto-generated thumbnail for my VOD of it is the level with the Twin Towers. I don't know why that's a level in that game, but it is. Like, here, hold on. I didn't just let me just be crystal clear. That's actually part of the game. That was auto-generated. I didn't pick that. I mean, to be fair, I didn't change it either, but yeah, there we go. See? They're there. I arrived just in time, he sure did. Anyway. Post-trauma, man, okay. First of all, it's my apologies to the guy that made Chasing Static. I kind of forgot that, like, one guy made that. Like, there's multiple voice actors, and I think there's, like, a different composer and everything, but, like, ostensibly made by one guy, as far as, like, the core programming bit of it goes. Somehow also true for this fucking game. It's not, like, the best game you'll ever play. I don't know what just happened there. But holy shit, look at this fucking game and think about how one guy made that this year. Alright, that's a bad example because it just looks like every other first-person game that you've played. Get to some cool stuff. Yeah, look at this. Anyway, this is store brand Silent Hill. And I mean that with all the love in the world. I had a blast playing this game. It's fucking solid. Certainly not as good as the best Silent Hills. Certainly way better than the shitty Silent Hills. Yo, what's up, Epio? That's pretty crazy, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's not like the most impressive thing you've ever seen, but goddamn. Oh god, okay, and then Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, this is the worst fucking game I ever played. That's not true. That's not even true of the games I've streamed. But, holy shit is this a stinker. I mean, it doesn't even need to be said. There's video upon video of people talking about how crappy this game is. There's even an AVGN out there of it. AVGN, you know, not to be like, oh, he fell off or whatever, and I don't think that in any way, shape, or form, but I do think his video of this is a little bit low effort. It doesn't even, like, scratch the surface on how fucking frustrating this game is to play. Every single... Look at that. Look, every single thing is trying to cheat you every second. The enemies block half your attacks. Sometimes your freeze attack just doesn't work. There's a weird mana bar that I don't even know why they gave that to you. Maybe they were trying to de-cheese stuff. The limited lives, limited supplies that you have to carry through the entire game, and potentially redo segments if you, like, need to try again or whatever. Yeah, goddamn. Awful fucking game. Very rage-inducing. Men in Black, the game, also awful, but in a very funny way. The only thing that's frustrating with Men in Black, the game, is this part. Where is it? Hold on. Oh, here we go. I have a whole timestamp for it. In fact, at the very beginning, I made a comment, because there's a training area you can go to, and the end of the training area is, like, this incredibly long and really hard to execute on, platforming segment, and I'm like, please God, don't let there be any platforming like this in the actual game. Why was I punching everything? I think I kind of lost my mind at a certain point there. Alright. Stop. Pause. Freaking pause champ over here. Yeah, this fucking room. This room right here was not very funny. This was toxic. Also, in a technical sense, okay, so we've used save states exactly twice in our PlayStation Marathon. This is actually one of those times. I didn't use it to, like, oh, do every jump safely or whatever, but I did save state here because the way you save in this game, there's just parts where you're, like, allowed to save. And... where is it? Right, great, I took a break. All right. Anyway, you save... you have to do, like, a couple things. Like, they're not even hard, but it got so tedious, because you can see this took... like, here's the playthrough, right? It's a 5-hour playthrough. This took, like... yeah, it took me a solid fucking hour to get through this room. And I just kind of went crazy having to, like, redo stuff over and over. Thankfully, this was before we switched to real hardware for PS1, so I was able to save state. Like, this alone, so this is going up and down if you can't see it. Also, the controls for this game, They are like Resident Evil. It's tank controls. You have a but you have a it's Resident Evil, but you have a jump button. And any misstep here will just kill you. All right. I took 2 breaks during that segment. Another haunted PS1 full release, Lauren's Lure. I guess this has been a pretty PS1 or haunted PS1 heavy year here. Cool as hell. This game gets really fucking hard. The final level in particular pissed me off like a lot. I don't know why I got so salty with that, but really cool game. I'm not like, I think first-person shooters as like platforming games are really hard to execute well. Like, I don't even really like Mirror's Edge that much. I don't hate it, but I don't love it by any means. But they did a pretty good job with this one. Like, it's got a lot of like forgiving elements to it, even in like the late like final levels and whatnot. There's a lot of times where I felt like I didn't do the segment correctly though, which was a little weird. But yeah, neat game. Very unique game. Balatro, baby. This isn't even when I started playing Balatro way earlier than that. But you know, it's Balatro. It's fun. Whatever. Stupid fun. Countdown Vampires, another Resident Evil clone on the PS1. Yeah, this game, not so great. But, hold on. The most important thing you need to know about Countdown Vampires, though, or is it? Quiet banjo music. Oh, right. O is rare, but it's a universe. You know what? Actually, fuck you, Goon. Why am I doing this? The hell is that? 6-7 original video. You know what? I'm not even gonna pull up the video. Countdown Vampires main theme. Oh, crap. I just wrecked everything because I used the window I was watching this music in. Anyway. This is the only thing you need to know about Countdown Vampires. This plays when you start the game up. It gives you a little montage of the casino that the game takes place in, mostly takes place in. Also, what a lopsided game. The second half of the game felt really short. Like, when we went to disc 2 and went to the other location, I was like, oh, that's it? Okay. Very stupid plot. It works to the game's favor, though, because the game is goofy as fuck in general. Oh god, I forgot about this puzzle. This puzzle is such bullshit. I still don't understand. Like, I read a guide. I think this was one of like the 2 times I looked at a guide for this game. It explained how you understand this, and I still don't get it. I don't know what clue was supposed to tell me how that works. Alright, enough of that. Oh wait, no, hold on, not enough of that. Get to the cool part. Where's the keyboard bridge? We'll just keep this on. Should have been based on Martin, true. Is this like blaringly loud? Oh, it sure is. Sorry, chat. Awesome. We'll keep that on as we keep talking. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a very forgettable Resident Evil clone. That's all I have to say about it. Dead Letter Department, loved it. Okay, there's a lot of job sim horror games out there. I think they really nailed, like, this is way after, like, this formula has been popularized. Also, incidentally, another haunted PS1 full release. Goddamn, good-ass game. I don't know what makes this, turn the music up till the cam is shaking. True. Pardon me. Yeah, so this game, all this game is, it's a job sim where you are just typing in letters. Like, you are a data entry person working for, like, the post office, and you have to, like, correct letters that couldn't get auto-scanned. And, like, you know, they give you weird images, so, like, you have to decipher them. But the amount of, like, logic for, like, getting alternate endings and stuff like that, it's pretty awesome in there. I don't want to spoil it beyond that, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can do in that game. Yet another... Man, all I do is play haunted PS1 games and retro games at this point, it seems. But yeah, Axis, very cool game. It had, like, exactly one bullshit level, but other than that, like, this is... at face value, you might think, oh, this looks kind of like Marble Blast Ultra. It's not quite that. It's more puzzly than that. But this is the puzzle marble game that I didn't know I needed. Very fun. I had a great time playing this. Also a haunted PS1 game. It was on Flipside Frights. Fear Effect. Anyway, back to the PS1 marathon here. Fear Effect. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I am a sucker for. Okay, we ran out of song here. Cut it out. Bring the other music back. We back. Yeah, I think both the Fear Effect games, and I know I'm like preemptively talking about the next one, which is down here. They're good. They were probably amazing back in the day because, you know, it's a cool cinematic experience. Both of them like reek of all of the best and worst things of cyberpunk stories. It's a lot of tropes, and some of them are a little yikes. The first one more so than this. The Retro Helix, the sequel to Fear Effect, I think did a better job at like doing its own thing instead of just laying on all the tropes. Am I allowed to blare the Cookie Blaster OST? We could try it. I don't think anything bad will happen. We'll probably be fine. I'm yapping over it anyway, so it probably won't get flagged. I only skipped that one song earlier because it was like whatever. We'll do a couple more Christmas, wintry songs here. Although actually, yeah, no, there's an Undertale song coming up next. You know what? We'll switch over to the Cookie Blaster soundtrack there. Get our Mario 64 fix in here. But yeah, at the end of the day, okay, the actual problem that Fear Effect 1 has, though, is Fear Effect 1 is obsessed with just, every room is, you have to do this exactly correctly or else you die. And, I mean, they give you, like, reasonable checkpoints for the most part. It's just pretty annoying. The biggest annoyance I had is the health system, and this is true across both of them. Like, they have this, like, novel health system where it's based around, like, your character's adrenaline. So sometimes your character will just get stressed and your health effectively goes down even though you've taken no hits. That's especially annoying when you've taken a lot of hits in areas beforehand. I guess this is a bigger problem in Fear Effect 2, weirdly enough, but like both of them had this problem. Where like you'll do a whole segment and maybe you took too many hits in like a room further back before you healed. And now this next segment, you otherwise would have like one hit left in you or something, so you could make like a little mistake. Or a lot of times too, like it's not even about making a mistake. I think part of the meta is both these games, you gotta learn how to like just abuse the roll feature, because like your character can roll to the left or right, and you can really like use that to dodge a lot of the enemy fire. And I didn't quite get that down in the first game. The second game we used it a little bit better, but still weren't perfect at it. But yeah, I don't know. It could just put you in a situation where like you're automatically screwed because the game was like, well, you have like a stress moment or whatever, so your health goes down, and now you're one hit from dead instead of having like at least one shot left in you. So yeah, I don't know. It's cool, a cool effect, cool game overall, and probably was awesome back when it came out, but definitely has felt the age of time. Honestly, that's kind of my review for both of the two of them. The second one has a lot more leniency to it, so it's a little less annoying to play. Although, actually, we had the most annoying time playing it because I had to restart it at a certain point. This is when we switched over to physical... Well, actually, not quite, but I played that on a physical disc of the game because the emulator for it was busted. My PC breaks when I play this. Like, there's a certain like area of the game when like a specific enemy, when they aggro on you, the game crashes, and you can stealth kill people in the second one. So you can get the drop on them and not have the game break, but there's a certain room where you just can't get through them without aggroing them by design, and I just couldn't continue at that point, so we had to restart the game. Luckily, it was only like in the first like third of the game. I think it was on the beginning of, well, not the second disc. Oh yeah, that's the other fucked up thing. Fear Effect 2 has 4 discs, and the way you play them, you go on disc 1, then you hop over to disc 3, then you go back to disc 1, then disc 2, then disc 4, then 3, then 4 again, or something like that. It's very weird. Kinda like that, but not quite. What the fuck is this? Oh, wait, the Undertale music played. Also, I thought that was not part of the playlist, which is why I was like, what is playing right now? Weirdly enough, it's from a game that also has the word cookie in it, but... I can't find it now. Is it not called Cookie Blaster? Hold on, I have a Wikipedia article of it open somewhere. Cookies Bustle. Cookies Bussy. There we go. Is there only one? There's not only one song for this game, right? Track 1, Waiting for Summer. There we go. Add track 2 to autoplay. I don't see any other tracks yet. Maybe they'll show up when I play that. Alright, cool. Back up here though, that's my thoughts on Fear Effect. I might need to turn this down a little bit. I've still never played this game. Maybe one day. Poop Killer Flush or Die. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I think this might be the swan song for the Poop Killer franchise for me. It's a stupid thing to say. But the first fucking 5 Poop Killer games, they're all pretty funny in their own way. It's you know, it's a literal shit post of a video game. Fine, whatever. But it's reached a point where it's just like they're not even really like trying to make something like different anymore. Like this one is largely just the first Poop Killer, but in HD now. Although honestly, I don't even know if this is related to the developer of the Poop Killer games, so maybe I'm applying blame here where none is due. But the one we played before this was also very low effort, and that was by the same person. So I don't know. Maybe when the next Poop Killer comes out, it'll be amazing and everyone will be raving about it. But until then, I think I'm just not gonna play these. Controversial. There might even be another one out already. I haven't heard of it, if so. To a T. Fucking wholesome ass game. Cute as hell. This is a game. I played this because it was a like indie game made by with the lead Katamari. Actually, I don't know if it's the lead guy. But anyway, someone that worked on Katamari was involved in this game, and it definitely shows. It has that like whimsical, quirky like video to it. Certainly not like a game for me. It's definitely aimed at a younger audience, but it's a great thing to see people still making weird kid-friendly games. Like, it's also just a very wholesome game altogether. It warmed my cold heart, chat. Night Rain. Yeah, I've said all I need to say about Night Rain time and time again while playing it, but just to summarize for those that don't know my thoughts on it specifically, I'm gonna need FromSoft to really mix things up, because I was already kind of like, I think I was waiting on the formula when we were playing Elden Ring, like normal Elden Ring. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of over this. We could wrap it up, make something new. And Night Rain's just more of the same. It's not even more of the same. They did, it's a new genre. It's a Night Rain. It's a roguelike. But I think that doesn't suit the gameplay of Elden Ring very well. Like, I don't know. I don't love like the loop at all. With friends or not, like it's not a terrible game, for the record. Like, I had fun playing it. What is the plot for To a T? You are a child that is stuck in a T-pose. You were born this way, and you have to deal with not being able to bend your elbows. So it's like, it's not quite like co-op or anything where it's like super hard to control, but it's like a little like difficult to control, and all the game elements are around like using your T-posed arms to do things. It's also very cute. It also has a theme song that they play at the beginning, or no, the end of every chapter. Well, there's a theme song at the beginning of every chapter and a theme song at the end of every chapter. But yeah, just a little adventure game. Anyway. But yeah, Night Rain, just didn't do it for me. Kind of mid. I'm a hater, whatever. Fear Effect 2, I kind of already gave my thoughts on that. Did it not autoplay to the next one? Oh, there we go. Oh, we got track 3, baby. It's on the playlist now. But yeah, Fear Effect 2, definitely an improvement over Fear Effect 1. Oh yeah, I didn't finish my story. Then we also got stuck on it again. This is why there's like a 2-month lapse between when we started this and finished it. Not only do we have to restart it, but on top of that, when we got to the... It was actually like the end of the fucking game. We had like less than an hour left of gameplay left, at least as far as my like timer goes. There was a level that just straight up... my disc was scratched. So it wouldn't load like a certain cutscene, and I couldn't skip it either because it crashed before I could press skip. So that sucked, but whatever. Thankfully I got a disc cleaner and was able to clean the disc, and we beat it. Friend shapes. Although I guess at this point it wouldn't have mattered because I could have just used my save file and my memory card on my X station and we could have played it that way. Friend shapes is absolutely not the kind of game I would typically like, but I had a good time with it. It is a game made in RPG Maker that is an RPG that is shaped around, I guess, it's kind of like shaped around anxiety of social interactions, but it's also framed as like you're in this like wacky post-apocalyptic world, or maybe not even post-apocalyptic, but other dimension. Like, here's the first boss of the game. You're fighting the ocean. AKA the timeless chorus. Oh, and it has music like this.
I think we just have to survive.
Quiet, Goon. You can't hear it over the other music. But yeah, it ended up being really cool. I liked this game. It was pretty cool. I just, you know, I'm not a big RPG guy. And even for experimental RPGs, I tend to not be into them, but this one, it clicked. Liked it. Again, yet another Haunted PS1 full release. The only ones that aren't retro games or Haunted PS1 games that we played, I guess these 3 so far, right? Oh, and Balatro. Oh, and Post Trauma. Though Post Trauma is tangentially Haunted PS1 related because that developer's first game, Chasing Static, was a Haunted PS1 demo disc game. I think that was actually on the very first demo disc. Oh, and I guess Silent Hill... Well, no, Silent Hill 4 is a retro game at this point. It's a fucking Xbox original game. Where are we at? Yeah, thumbs up on Friend Shapes. Chameleon Twist 2. You know, I thought I had played this game prior to playing it, and I realized after playing it that I had never played this game before. Very good. I like the first Chameleon Twist. I grew up with that one. This is just a better sequel to it. It's got more stuff in it, which is the main thing the first one was missing, but it's all around well designed. The only thing that's fucked up is that the one level you have to play twice. Because, like, you don't have enough carrots to do the minigame, and you can't 100% the level unless you do the minigame. So you have to beat the entire level twice, because you get the carrot and then the level and do it again. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Blessed Burden, another Haunted PS1 demo disc game. Very cool. I was talking earlier about how, like, I tend to not go for, like, platforming-based FPS games. This is very, like, Mirror's Edge coded. It's all around speed and doing things quickly. At this point, we've gone back and played through all the achievements. There's a lot of great tech in the way this game works. It's snappy, it's fun, there's fun exploration stuff. Like, ooh, good fucking shit. Developers. Also, the developer keeps commenting on my videos, especially when I get pissed and yell about stuff, and it's very funny. I deserve everything they've said about me. Well, they haven't really talked shit. They're just messing around. Much as I am. I love their game. Fucking rock on, guys. K9. I don't think... Actually, I'm not sure if this is a Haunted PS1 game or not. But another indie game. I thought I was going to like this game a lot more than I ended up liking it. It's, again, going back to, like, this is hide and seek horror. Okay, particularly this area, the part at the end here, we were going around like the 5 different like sectors to get the keys, or to get all the keys, rather. It's just a little bit too much, and it's a little too demanding of the player in terms of like hiding from the monster. It's a little just frustrating, but not an awful game for sure. But I didn't fully vibe with it. Is track 3 gonna load? Oh, there's like a weird dead air at the end of each of these for some reason. That's why it keeps doing that. Well, gamers, I don't see track 4 anywhere, and my search has also failed to find it, so this is the last cookie what is this called? Cookies Bustle. It's the last Cookie Bustle song for tonight. Harvest Moon 64, we got way too fucking into this game. This was neither my first time playing the game, nor even first time quote-unquote beating the game. The credits roll after you reach the end of year 2. So for context, we started playing this, and I was like, okay, I'll just play it like Harvest Moon, whatever, we'll just fuck around. And I think it was like halfway through the second season of the first year, I was like, okay, I've got my routine. I could keep playing like this, but I know there's more stuff in it, because chat kept mentioning stuff that you can do in the game. I'm like, I had no idea that was even in here. So at about that point, I was like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna do this tryhard style, and we try to do everything we possibly could in the game. The only thing we really missed out on is I raised my affection with Ellie too quickly before I like read up on everything. So we missed out on literally every single one of the dateable NPCs. There's like a photo you can get if you have high affection, but not too high, on certain days around the year. So doing a full photo album, you really need to like follow a guide from day 1. But we did pretty much everything else. We achieved perfection on the farm, which involves having an overall town like score over a certain amount that was like ridiculous, getting a certain number of power berries. I don't know if I mean, I'm sure I probably didn't, because the first time I played this game I was a child. I didn't know that there were power berries and that you could increase your max stamina cap. There's a lot of special cutscenes we saw that I'd never seen before. We killed Granny, then we reloaded. We did not reload because we killed Granny, we reloaded because the game scammed me out of getting the power berry in the mines. Because that one's just bullshit in general, but whatever. Very fun game, it's a classic, but certainly with a lot of problems. I mean, the biggest problem I have is, like, number one, I had to look at a fucking spreadsheet every time I was trying to find someone, and half the time they just weren't there that day. Whether it was because of the weather conditions, which are also random, or due to the other thing, or due to just the fact that, like, some days certain characters just aren't available. And then the second biggest problem we had was our greenhouse got demolished at one point, and if you know anything about this game, the greenhouse costs a ludicrously larger amount of money than everything else, and on top of that is an OP way to make money in that game, so it was a double fucking gut punch when that tsunami rolled through in summer. Because the tsunami can take a random structure away from you, and it just happened to be like, oh, the most expensive thing? Fuck you, Goon. But we rolled with the punches, we bought another one. Whatever. Don't feed it. I'm gonna be honest, chat, I don't remember this game. Oh, I remember this game now. This is very short, yeah. This is a quick 15-minute little game. Neat enough little, like, experimental linear FPS horror game. Like, it's fine. Inoffensive. Cursed Digicam. Is this a Chillizart game? Hold on, I need to look this up. This might be a Chillizart game. Whoa, Steam, shut the fuck up, Steam. Stop playing the trailer for No, I'm Not a Human. I don't even know I have that open. Hey, it's on sale right now. Yeah, it's a Chillizart game. Well, visually this game looks a lot better than Chillizart's other games. The gameplay kind of sucked, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it was not... It was more gamey than most Chillizart games are, but it also just, like... It's a lot of not hide and seek. It was a lot of, like, find the random thing you need to take a picture of. Mothered. Okay, so this is from the... This is also a... Well, actually... I don't know if this was ever in a... No, this wasn't a demo disc, yes. Well, regardless of whether it was or it wasn't, I'm pretty sure it was, though. The devs of this are the same devs that made Echostasis, which I played last year. Echostasis is a really creative FPS puzzle game. This is like a linear, like FPS horror story-based game. It's fine. It's good. Like, again, much like Don't Feed It. It's like, okay, it's short and sweet. It gets to the point at a normal pace. It's fine. I don't like love it. I don't hate it. Vladimir's Lore. So this is actually a collection of games. This is by Vladimir Lore, who was the previous organizer of the Madvent calendar, the last 4 of them. I don't know what that's from, so I'm gonna skip over to the Stardew OST. Yeah, this was a cool little collection of games. Some of these were in Haunted PS1 demo discs, some of them were not. No Strings Attached is definitely the standout. I forget which Haunted PS1 demo disc this was in, but it definitely was in one of them. Also, I'm a fucking idiot, and I didn't realize, yeah, until I did the commentary playthrough, where I like listened to all the commentary from the dev, I didn't realize like the implication of why it's called No Strings Attached. Your character is just going up to a casual weekend in this cabin, and then horror happens. But some cool stuff in here. All in all, a fun time. Oh, I guess... Oh, this was just part 1, yeah. Some of the games in here are also from other Madvent calendars and other Haunted PS1 related things. It's good stuff. Kiosk. Kiosk was funny as hell, man. I had a fun time playing this game. But only because I am a gremlin, and I like to do silly things in job sim games. You know, it's, again, your standard job sim horror, but with physics, so it makes it funny. You know, solid game. Heartworm. Okay, speaking of impressive indie games, so I know we talked about that back up here. Not Fear Effect, where is it? Post-Trauma, yeah, there we go. Heartworm also, I don't know, this is not a single dev, I think, but it might be like 2 devs. Really, really well fleshed out Resident Evil style game. Yeah, this is a fun time. You ever bring up support goals to those people in job sim games? Yeah, all the time. In fact, Chad, I don't think I can finish this list. We're not getting enough, what do they call them on Kick? I guess it's support, right? You support a stream when you, like, the equivalent of sub to it in this stream. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. Yeah, anyway, I enjoyed Heartworm a lot. It's actually, you know, both this and Post-Trauma are great love letters to... this is more a love letter to Resident Evil, although the story is a lot more serious than your average Resident Evil game. It's more dark and internal in the form of Silent Hill, but it doesn't really like play like a Silent Hill game. Post-Trauma, through and through, the jank combat, the story, the way it's told and everything is very much heavily Silent Hill inspired. Both fantastic playthroughs. I had a great time playing both of them. Doom 64. Okay, so I was dreading this game because I'm like, okay, I hear this gets like bullshit hard at certain parts. And it did. The only parts that I like really hated was like, or the only part I really hated was the final part. And yes, I did finish the game without finding any of the keys. We did then, after completing the game, go back and find all the keys with a guide, as well as the super difficult level as well. Bits are called kicks. There you go. Thank you. I don't know dick about horrible fucking platform. Yeah, all in all, really solid game, and we played this on an actual N64. I have my tangent, like FPS games control horribly on the N64 on average. They did a good job at making this like play well enough. And yeah, if you like old school Doom, you will like Doom 64. Obviously, if you want to play it, it's probably more fun to play it on PC, especially with the remaster that's out there. But You can't go too wrong. The thing with the final boss is bullshit, but whatever. We got through it. Tetris 64, the only Tetris that I know of that has Giga mode. I'm sure some Tetris experts out there are like, what the fuck is he talking about? Where's Giga mode? Did I not timestamp this video? This person got that score on Giga mode. There's Giga Tetris. Giga Tetris is Tetris, but you just sometimes get blocks that are like this big. Anyway. Bakuratsu Mudakai Bangayo. This is a pretty dang fun game. The final level, honestly, it's not even like the game's fault. I'm sure the dialogue explains how the final boss works, but it's in Japanese in my translation app. I don't know if it's just the way they spell stuff or whatever, like it just doesn't translate or whatever, but yeah, there's a gimmick to the final boss. Namely, so in this game, you have like a special meter that fills up, and when you pop your special, you're invincible for a short while. The final boss also becomes invincible when you go invincible, but on top of that, the final boss also, frickin', whatchamacallit? Well, one, he's at the end of this incredibly long level, which is just annoying in and of itself. But number two, he also, this isn't the final level. I don't know why I brought this up. Anyway, oh wait, is it the final level? No, it is. That is the final level. He like insta-kills you. And if you die, you redo the whole level again. It's very, very frustrating design, but whatever. Again, like if you could read the game, you'd know like, oh, I'm supposed to do this here and not try to attack him or whatever. I was gonna say, did we run out of songs over here too? No, we got plenty of songs left. Little Diddy Kong racing music. Vampire Hunter D. You know, this is also this made it to my list because it's a Resident Evil clone, but after playing it, it actually feels more like not even a clone because it's before it existed, but this feels like a very early prototype of Devil May Cry. And on that level, it's pretty fun. For some weird reason, I don't know, I've been on a bit of, not even on an anime kick, but I've watched a fair amount of anime this year. For whatever reason, I was compelled to watch both the 80s movie. I know there's like a million books based on this franchise as well, which is how it started actually. And then also the 2000s one, and I think the 2000s one is meant to line up with this game, if I'm not mistaken. It cuts out a lot of stuff because there's like, oh yeah, no, it totally is. I'm remembering the plot of the game now. Like, there's a whole section of the 2000s one that leads up to them getting to the vampire castle, and that's just not in this game, but otherwise, you know, it follows it pretty closely. In fact, the ending is the same as the end of the movie. Yeah, it's an overall pretty fun game. There's a couple jank parts, but they're not really that jank. Cool game. Dare I say, sort of a hidden gem on the PS1. I don't think I've ever heard anyone mention this game ever, except when I was looking up like Resident Evil clones. Wheel of Fortune. It's Wheel of Fortune. We beat it. We won. And we won the grand prize. Yippee! At least I think we did. I know we won the first match, but then I failed the like final, let's call it Final Jeopardy, the puzzle for like the grand prize or whatever, and I think we played again. You know what? This is a video link sitting right here, chat. We can look. Is Goon a liar? I'm getting confused because we played Wheel of Fortune on yeah, pamphlet. Look at that. We did it. See, look, we won. Anyway. Unsorted Horror. So I think this is like tangentially, like this is a dev that had worked on some Haunted PS1 game, but I don't think any of the games in this compilation... Oh, actually, maybe Carbon Steel is. Because when we played Carbon Steel, I was like, oh, this is familiar to me for some reason. Or maybe we just played Carbon... No, not Carbon Steel. Tartarus engine, yeah, there we go. Maybe? No, that was the other one. The other side, there we go. The other side. I think I might have played this independently. I don't think it was on a Haunted PS1 demo disc, now that I say this out loud. Anyway, that doesn't really matter if it's related to that or not. This is a fun collection. All of these were very unique, pretty basic and mostly narratively driven, but well put together little horror games. I like this. I feel like I'm saying a lot of positive things, but we played a lot of good games this year. One of these good games was not Doraemon 3 Nobita no Machi SOS. I liked this more than the first Doraemon game, or however you say the RoboCat franchise. This guy. Thank God we had like an actual Japanese speaker in chat helping me understand some of the stuff, because the translator so this was actually like the first game we played that was in Japanese after like the translation app I used kicked its limitations in. So we were only able to like translate so many things, and I really just think these games would just be better off if they were just, you know, go through the level and finish. Like, the gameplay is fine. Like, this is a fine little platforming, like 3D platforming engine. For some fucking reason, they're like, oh, yeah, no, there's like a puzzle element to this game. You gotta use your brain for this children's anime video game adaptation. And it's not even like, oh, there's not enough levels, so we gotta pad it out by making you like backtrack or whatever. There's plenty of levels in the game. I don't know why they made it that way, but whatever. Again, if I could read Japanese, or if there was like a fan patch in English, this would have not been an issue at all, but I just got lost because I can't read Japanese. But shout outs. Won't name the individual, but they know who they are. Anyway, Earthworm Jim 3D, what a fucking piece of shit from start to finish. I was expecting this game to be worse than it was, but it was still pretty fucking bad, I'm gonna be honest. So the levels themselves were like halfway decent. They're like pretty janky, but like I honestly just pop in Tonic Trouble. Tonic Trouble is the better version of this game. Although, to be fair, Tonic Trouble, just play Rayman 2, because that's an even better, that's an actually good version of this. But yeah, it's a janky 3D platformer. They did what they could to try to translate the success of 2D Earthworm Jim to this. And, you know, I'm not even that big a fan of, like, 2D Earthworm Jim. I played those ones growing up. I knew this one by reputation, but I hadn't played it. Anyway. I don't know. It's just, it's so bad. Well, the real bad part is this, right? When you get to the bosses here. So, each of these fucking boss fights in this game... It's just not gonna load. There we go. They are a pain in the ass, because you have to get every single marble out of the boss, but then the boss can pick them back up, and on top of that, if you get hit, you drop marbles. And the AI... Well, you can see how good the tracking is on the missiles there. The missiles are, like, insanely hard to dodge. I lied, actually. So the first boss feels like an impossible thing that you're never gonna like pass, and then suddenly you do. The second boss is slightly less infuriating, but from there on out it's all downhill, because the third boss sucks, the fourth boss sucks. I don't know if the fourth boss is the final boss, but whenever you get to the final boss, you're in hell. The final boss is fucking awful in that game. Atrociously bad video game. Yeah. Anyway, Soul of the Samurai. This game's awesome. It's a cool little, like, you know, samurai game. There's nothing really else to say about that. It's got tank controls. I don't know that I'd call it survival. I guess there are some moments in the game where you have to, like, go get a key and, like, look around and search. Also, for some fucking reason, so there's, like, we played the game 3 times, because there's the first playthrough, the second playthrough, and then there's a New Game Plus playthrough. And yeah, the samurai character, that guy, what is it? Yeah, Kotaro. His playthrough is like a lot harder, especially on the second level. Like you kind of run out of supplies. But as the other character, the ninja, like her campaign's a lot easier, like all the way through. And then on New Game Plus, you weapons carry over, so you kind of like it doesn't matter which character you're playing as at that point. Weapons and items as well. Okay, normal. Is this the game? Yeah, this is the game. Oh my god. I'm embarrassed when I think about this game, chat. So, this is don't let the playtime fool you. This is a much shorter game than it appears to be. I thought the gimmick of this game was the fact that your character's constantly spinning and you have to like line him up to like go forward. Turns out my controller was plugged in, and this game has no dead zone filtering for like controller reading input. So my PlayStation controller was constantly just rotating it like to the left. You're supposed to be able to move around normally. I mean, it's tank controls, but like it's not this weird spinning thing. It's an amazing story. I did not see that stream. Yeah. So I played most of the game like that until I got to a part where it was actually impossible to get across with the constant spinning. And then I was like, oh, maybe this isn't how this game is supposed to be. And we fixed it. Need to tell other people that story? Hell yeah. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. So I liked Castlevania 64 so much that I put this on the list, and we did everything we possibly could. Well, okay, we didn't do everything we possibly could have. I tried several times, mind you, to beat this game on hard mode. Hard mode on this game is fucked. That's all I gotta say. If you want a real challenge, you can play this game on hard mode, but really fun game. There's the infamous level with the Mandragora and the dragon, whatever, the Nitro. The Nitro and the Mandragora. That level sucks. There's no defending it. It just fucking sucks. But the rest of the game's pretty good. It's a really good translation of old school Castlevania into 3D that I don't think exists outside of this game. Because the only other 3D Castlevania games I can think of are more like God of War style. From like the PS2 era. Or that one fighting game, which might not even be 3D, I'm not sure. Yeah, I had a fun time with this game. That's all there is to it, really. I don't know. People hate on it, and I get it. Like, it is a janky old video game, but it's a fun janky old video game, in my opinion. Also, you know, I'm just gonna say it. If you guys are like... Or if you guys... No, literally no one said this in chat. I'm just basing this off of that one AVGN video. But, like, if you think this is, like, a shitty game, but you like the NES Castlevanias, like... play them like in one sitting. Like they're like play Castlevania 1, then play some of Castlevania 64 or Legacy Dark. Legacy Darkness is a better option anyway because it's like the 1.5 version effectively. And tell me it's a different like game design wise. You might say, oh, it doesn't work in 3D. That's kind of fair, I guess. If maybe you just don't like 3D platformers, I don't know. Or old school 3D platformers anyway. There is definitely camera issues. I'm not gonna like be like, oh, this game's perfect. I don't know why people hate it. But I think this game is like overhated, if I dare say so, as far as the internet's reputation of this game goes. Chat. Actually, no. We'll talk about Paratopic. I don't really know why I played this, but it was fun. It's a cool little like existential horror. It's not existential. It's just kind of, you know, weird happenings kind of game. Don't really know how else to word that. Also the driving segments were funny. Just random horror game. There was branching dialogue, but I don't think any of it mattered, because I never actually looked up whether there's other endings. There's other achievements you can get, but the other achievements seem to all be focused around, like, individual things you could do in certain interactions, and less so anything else, really. Chat, I'm gonna be right back. Hang tight. Taking a break real quick, and then we will get through the other half of this list. We're nearly there. Oh, no, we're way more than halfway through. What am I saying? Not that much. But I have a lot to say on some of these upcoming games, so I'll be back. Boop. Alright, I've returned. Alright. Here we are, Chad. Martian Gothic. Martian Gothic. Oh, this is one of the worst fucking games I've ever played, Chad. Not the worst, though. Let's be crystal clear on that. Yeah. So, Martian Gothic Reunification is a Resident Evil clone, and is a true Resident Evil clone. It takes... God, okay, the tragic thing with this game is the story is actually fucking awesome, so I'm gonna do my best to not spoil anything, but I'll give you the setup. Basically, it's about three, astronauts that are traveling to Mars, specifically in response to a distress beacon from a research base. It's sort of like the ISS, but on Mars, so it's in the future. Also, the game itself was inspired by the two-part season finale, I don't know which season it is, of Star Trek The Next Generation. The episodes that are called Reunification. If you guys haven't seen them, it is, well, I won't spoil the thing of it, but there's like an ancient weapon, and it has to do with like the history of the Romulans and the, Vulcans. There we go. Sorry, brain fart. This game has nothing to do with that, but it was their like inspiration for it. Honestly, I was getting vibes of like, oh my gosh, what's that? Event Horizon. I was getting like Event Horizon vibes, a little bit of Ghosts of Mars, even though I haven't seen that movie, but also I think that came out after this game came out, so definitely wasn't inspired by it. Oh no, I looked it up and I think they came out the same year, so most likely, you know, completely just coincidental. Yeah. So anyway, that's the setup for the game. I'm gonna spoil some mechanics here, so plug your ears, I guess, if you ever want to play this fucking piece of shit. So there are several really fucking annoying things about this game. Number one, so you control three characters throughout the game, and certain characters are capable of doing some things that other characters are not. On top of that, each character starts in a different location, and from the beginning of the game, you don't have access to one another. Number one, none of you start out with weapons, which is kind of annoying in and of itself. But on top of that, it's very easy to miss weapons and items in general, including ones that you need to progress through the game. Your inventory is not super limited, however, the game has excess keys, and I think it's like an anti-soft lock mechanism because there's certain places you can't get back to after you go to certain other parts of the game. That might not even be true, but like, no, that is definitely true for a couple of rooms. So I think they threw in some extra keys just to like make sure the player would never get stuck, because it's a pretty fucking long game too. But that clutters your inventory, which is annoying. On top of that, the enemies in the game do not die. Well, okay. For the most part, they don't die. There is a certain weapon with limited ammo that will permanently kill some enemies, but that you don't get that till very late game anyway, and like I said, it has limited ammo. On top of that, enemies, not only do they not die, but more enemies spawn in later in the game. And there is a lore explanation for all of this, by the way, so like it all does make sense, but it's very frustrating from a like gameplay perspective. In addition to that, most hallways have enemies in them, and the hallways are very narrow and hard to get around, and sometimes you can like loop an enemy, usually only if there's like a T-junction and you can like get them to go one way and then you kind of come around. So anyway, point is, like, the game gives you a good amount of bullets, but especially early on, like, you kind of just gotta tank hits and then just spam heal, I guess, in response to, like, the fact that the enemies never truly actually go away. And on top of that, like, it's really easy, if there's more than one enemy in a room, it's really easy to get stun-locked, like, from full health to death. Yeah. So those are some of the reasons why this game's awful. Other reasons include things like, until a certain part of the game, Is this Iceman stage from Mega Man 1? Yeah. Alright, you're really reaching there. I'm skipping that. Good music, not very wintry, though. Yeah, anyway. For most of the game, at least, your characters, if they ever get too close to each other, you game over instantly. And there's a lore reason for that as well. But, super frustrating. And on top of all that, there is one room in the game before the point when the players are allowed to be like near each other, where you need two characters in the same room. Normally you'd think, okay, well, these guys can't get close to each other, I just won't ever put them even in the same room. Easy peasy. But no, this one room, you actually need to have both characters in the fucking room to solve a puzzle, because one person has to hold down a switch and the other person has to shoot a thing with a little pop gun. It's very weird. Yeah, all around just god-awful puzzle design and just really obnoxious time-wasty bullshit non-stop from start to finish. Having said that, the story of the game is very cool, and I don't want to say it deserves a remake, but like, that story belongs in a better video game, because goddamn is it dog shit. Alright, I'm done ranting about Martian Gothic. Hot Wheels Turbo Racing. You know, as far as all the racing games on the N64 go, this one's alright. It's not amazing, but there's nothing really like wrong with it, and I'll take that after all the fucking racing games I played on this stupid-ass console. It was fun. Wait, I took 2 days to beat this? What? That doesn't seem right. I thought that was a one and done. Nah. Oh, right, I did the one cup and then there was the, like, other cup. Okay. Anyway. Silent Hill F. Chat, let's fucking go. Silent Hill is officially back. Wait, what is it? One time is a coincidence, 2 is a pattern. No, that's not right. I think 3 is a pattern. So maybe we're not back yet. Maybe I said that too soon. Maybe I've cursed the franchise, but, you know, Silent Hill 2 Remake was solid. I still like the original better, but like they did a good job. Silent Hill F was fucking awesome. Also, I misspelled it in the spreadsheet here. Silent Hill F. I'm not gonna spoil. No. In fact, I actually can't spoil it. I've only finished it once. I need to go back and do the other. Like, if you don't know, this is the trope with the. Okay, this is. You know, I just won't say it. Never mind. Well, okay, I'll put it this way. Much like every Silent Hill, there are multiple endings. And I've only gotten one of them, and I need to go back and get the others. That's not really a spoiler. I mean, I guess it is and it isn't. You probably knew that. Yeah, I know. Exactly. But holy fuck, what an amazing game. I love this. I think I said, again, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but as it was happening, also, I was... yeah, no, I was high when this particular scene of the game happened. I don't want to say what it is, but I believe after I saw it happen, I'm like, that is the most intense thing I've ever seen in a video game, like, period. That is all. If you played the game, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Good fucking shit. Heard about the part already, lol? Fair enough. Alright. It was like stomach churning. I was like, whoa. Again, a little bit under the influence, but goddamn. Great shit. Anyway. A couple things spoiled and thought, oh, I should play that actually. Hell yeah. I hope you're liking it. I know you weren't a big fan of Silent Hill 2 Remake. It's very different, so, you know. Follows in the tradition of Silent Hill having janky combat. You know, honestly, this is like the least janky combat out of any, like, Silent Hill game. Just did the scarecrow puzzle. Nice. That was a funny part of my playthrough. I understood it, but I couldn't. Like, there was one field where I was like, I'm just spamming it. And it wasn't the well, whatever. Anyway, it wasn't the one you might be thinking of. There was actually an answer. I don't know what I had to do on that one. Anyway, and then we started our point and click marathon. I'm gonna be honest, chat. 7th guest, 11th hour. I don't know if this was the way to to start out our point and click marathon. It is simultaneously like, okay, good, we got this out of the way, and also like, man, I was having second thoughts about marathoning all these point and click games after playing not so much the 7th guest, more so the 11th hour. I'm just gonna review both. Well, okay, we'll do a dual review. I have the same critique for both of these, but then there's things that are specific to each of them. Well, actually, no, there's things specific to 11th hour. Both of these games, I respect the fact that the game is just, here's the puzzle, it's in your face, you don't have to go fuck around and like try to find the puzzle and like wander or get lost or anything. It's just, no, this room has a puzzle, when you finish it, it checks it off. And appropriately, all the puzzles are really fucking complicated. For the most part, the puzzles make sense. And it's just a matter of like really hunkering down. In fact, you know what, chat? I have my notebook in front of me, as I always do. I'll pull out my notes from that game. Or these games, rather. This is notes from a job that I haven't been at for years now. There we go. There's my game notes. This where it starts. Yep. Oh, my Martian Gothic notes are here too. It's really just text though. There's a shitload of lore in Martian Gothic, and honestly, a lot of this was like, so we missed a little bit of it, but like I wrote down like codes and stuff in Martian Gothic so I could, because you need codes to unlock certain like logs by certain people. Anyway, love the lore of Martian Gothic. Fuck the game. But yeah, 7th guest and 11th hour. I don't know where one of them ends and one of them starts. I think the page on the left here, this page on the left here, is 7th guest, and the other page is 11th hour, because that looks like, well, no, because this thing's from 7th guest. This is definitely also from 7th guest. This is the money puzzle from 11th hour, and this is the rat puzzle from 11th hour. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Again, if you're a puzzle nerd, like me, I'm not great at them sometimes. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I don't know, I'm hit and miss. You might like these games. If you are frustrated when a game has too convoluted of a puzzle, don't play these, because they will just make you angry. Like I said, overall, the 7th guest is fairly reasonable. There's a couple puzzles like that fucking pantry puzzle. Really just that one, honestly. If I had to pick one to like pick on in the first game. There's a maze in the first one. I think we got lucky. We found our way through the maze pretty quickly. Oh no, I lied. There are 2 puzzles in the 7th guest that you can just get bad RNG and it's unsolvable because they're randomized. And like there's 2 flip puzzles. There's a painting puzzle and there's like a tile flip puzzle. Both of those, you can just get unlucky and you can't solve the puzzle, which is really fucked up. And guess what? The jackasses that made this game didn't fix that in the sequel, because there's also puzzles in the sequel that you can get a bad seed for. In fact, there's a sliding block puzzle that has that same thing, and I spent way too long trying to get the sliding block puzzle to work, and I realized, oh, I can't do it. Thankfully, they decided to add both a hint system and also just a, like, skip this puzzle system in the sequel. But going into the sequel here, we'll talk about the Cabin Factory in the middle, or after I finish ranting about these. 11th hour is way more unreasonable. Like, not only are the puzzles just like ridiculously harder, but also like there's just, like I said, there's bullshit where like you just can't finish it sometimes, even more so than 7th guest, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to count how many puzzles are like that, but I don't know. But also the puzzles are way more obtuse, like it's hard to figure out what the fuck you're even supposed to be doing. And then there's stuff like when you fight against Stauf, good thematically, but like you have a game of Othello, which the first one, 7th guest had a game of Othello as well. But 11th Hour has a game of Othello to the extreme. It's Othello, but with a honeycomb pattern. So if you don't know Othello, it's the board game where like you have like what is it? 4-4 versus 4-4, and then you can like do one move and you can duplicate yourself, or you can do up to, what is it, 3, I think, and then your piece just ends up like you move the piece instead of duplicating it. And then if you hop over anyone while doing that, you also take that piece. That kind of game. That, but in honeycomb format, and it was like mind breaking. I had a, I was not very fond of that one, to say the least. And the funny thing is, so the auto skip button doesn't exist for the parts where you're fighting against Stauf, and I only auto skipped the sliding block puzzle because I spent a long time getting it to work. I solved it myself of like what it was supposed to look like, and then I just realized, oh, I'm in a losing scenario actually. At that point, I just like rage quit that puzzle because you can in the game. It's a built-in feature. It's not like some cheat or anything. So you can use the hint feature not to skip the fights against Stauf, but instead you can use it to what do you call it? The woman talking to you over the laptop thing that you have, the little PDA you have, will make moves for you. And fun fact, if you just use that for the Othello game in the 11th Hour, she can lose sometimes. The AI can just play too well that even the other AI can't outplay it. Like, that's fucked. I'm sorry. Like, you made a bet. You fucked up designing this game. And then the final game against Stauf, I had never heard of it before. I think it's like a fairly popular game outside of the US, because a couple people in chat knew what it was called by name, even though the game doesn't call it what it is. I'm forgetting what the hell it's called now off the top of my head too. It's kind of similar to Othello in that like you're moving stuff around. It's anyway, whatever. You can't use the help feature in that one because it's the finale, and even more annoying. There's a couple of really annoying things about this. Number one, you can't save after you beat him at that game, so you just have to go to the ending, which is fine because there's no way to like lose at the end. Like once you beat him at that game, you have won. But there's 4 endings. Well, there's 3 endings and there's one like non-ending. Basically, if you don't react fast enough, the game just like closes. The fans consider that an ending. So we did all 4 of them. But even more obnoxious than that, so I did all 4 endings, but the fucking for whatever reason, probably because these devs are fucking assholes. Every time you play him again, even if it's from the same save file like before you beat him at the game, the AI gets better, so your strat to beat him is less likely to work. But I just kept spamming the same strat and eventually it worked because it was from like a walkthrough or whatever. Infuriating video game. 7th guess, overall I liked it. There were some parts that were rough spots, but And then in between these two, the Cabin Factory. So yeah, we actually just finished this yesterday. Very short game. In fact, I think we beat it in like, it was like under 10 minutes, I swear to God, from like a fresh start, not like from a save file or whatever from our previous play. Like we played this for like 30 minutes randomly after some game dev stream, I'm pretty sure. And then I was like, oh shit, I never actually beat this. Interesting concept. I wish the game did a little bit more to explain like how the game functions. I mean, thematically it does all fit with the way it functions, so it could be just a skill issue on my part. The main hang-up I had was like, I didn't understand. I thought I was looking for individual things that were different in the cabin, but the reality is there are different layouts of the cabin. Some of them count as haunted, some of them count as not haunted, and it doesn't make it very clear what the criteria for it being haunted are, because there's things like the entire family is standing, smiling in a very cursed-looking way in the living room. That's not haunted. Like, no matter what, that just can't be haunted. But then, It has to do around movement. Like there's consistency to how it works. For example, like one of the haunted scenarios is if you're walking in the house and the dad is at the dinner table, and as you walk past him, he turns his head to look at you. That's a sign of a haunted house. And most of those are like that. Like if the son's legs are twitching in the attic, if there's stuff levitating, that counts as haunted. So really it's like, is there movement? More so than does it look creepy? And that's fine, but the game doesn't really like explain that, so like I got confused. I beat it without looking at any guides or anything, but I was mostly lucky because I was looking for there's like the little girl under the stairs. When she's there, most configurations of her being there are not haunted. So I just got really fucking lucky 8 times in a row, because all you have to do to beat the game is do the right thing 8 times in a row. Anyway, it was a cool game though, overall. Just, yeah, my one like, again, I might just be dumb. Dumb gamer note. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm, you know, on my 3rd beer here. House of Necrosis. This, again, another haunted PS1 game. This was from the 3rd haunted PS1 demo disc, the one in the mall, Spectral Mall. That might be the 4th one. No, that's the 3rd one. Oh my god, fantastic game. If you guys have ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, or Shiren the Wanderer, there's the other one, or any of the other games that are like that, those kind of dungeon crawl games, this is like that with the Resident Evil coat of paint. And you know, chat, I have never played any of those games, but holy fuck did I thought I was wearing the same thing I am right now, but I'm not. But I had a fun fucking time playing this game. It's fun as hell. Anyway. Point is, chat, support indie devs, go buy this game right now, or else. Oh boy, here we fucking go. Okay, so when we played Martian Gothic, I gave it a 0.5 out of 10 for enjoyability, and I'm like, alright, this is probably gonna be the worst game in the PlayStation Marathon. That was awful. I hated playing this. I love the story, but oh my god, fuck this. The Crow City of Angels got a 0 easily. I stand by that decision. Holy shit, this game is dog shit. Also, I put this on my list. I mean, I probably would have played it anyway because it's like a notoriously jank video game. But like, I put it on my list because it was supposed to be a Resident Evil clone, and the only connective tissue I see there is the fact that it has tank controls. Otherwise, it's more of a beat 'em up. I mean, you can even just see this by looking at it for a couple seconds. So look how fucking rigged the game is. Anyway, you as the Crow, as John Crow, I don't know anything about the fucking Crow movies, chat. This is also based off the sequel, not the original movie, The Crow. But yeah, I've never seen... I want to watch the original one someday. I don't think people like this one very much, but I know nobody likes this game, and honestly deserved. This game fucking blows ass. It's fucking awful. I cannot in words describe how terrible this is to play, so I will let my gameplay do the talking. Look at that. Someone threw a glass bottle from off screen. Thankfully it hit the other NPC and not me. This game is just so fucking jank, and it's so demanding. Also, on top of that, we didn't know this for the first, like, hour of playing. You're supposed to get checkpoints, or, like, passwords to continue from certain screens. And it just never gave them to me. I don't know if that was an X-Station issue or whatever. We were playing this on a PS1. But, who the fucking hell knows? Maybe so this is also on Sega Saturn, maybe that version properly gives you the passwords and this one's just jank. But what a piece of shit. I still hold out that William Shatner's Tech War is a worse video game than this, but I mean, they're in the same neighborhood. These games fucking suck. Don't play this game, chat. Do me a favor, do not play this game, please. I beg you. Don't even like try it for a little bit. It's awful. Anyway, Grim Fandango. I grew up, I played a lot of LucasArts point and clicks. I played all the Monkey Island games. I played heckin' Day of the Tentacle. I played Maniac Mansion. Still haven't played Full Throttle. Don't worry, chat. Full Throttle is already on the list, actually, for the point and click marathon. This game, okay, not like Martian Gothic, but man, the story is immaculate. The visuals, I love them. It's got a cute little like motif and everything. Ah, it's great. The puzzles, the puzzles are a little convoluted and bullshit, like non-stop from the start to the fucking finish of the game. There's just, again, I said this earlier, but there's just like, there's so many extra steps to solving stuff. This is actually a great example. The part where you have to block the tube, then go do whatever to make this happen. God, this triggers some other thing. Oh snap! I'm drinking what do you call it? Is it shoju? I think that's what it was called. Anyway, I only noticed because it's a green bottle. It's got chroma keyed out. Yeah, so the puzzles, okay, not all the puzzles for the record, but like a lot of puzzles in the game. Pretty much at some point in every chapter of the game, there's some bullshit puzzle waiting around the corner. And also puzzles just have way too many steps and just leaps in logic that you're supposed to do. But again, I had a lot of fun playing it. Sure, we used a guide a lot playing it. Actually, you know, I didn't introduce the bullshit meter until our latest game that we finished on the point and click marathon, but I should have introduced it at this game. Because this game is great, but goddamn is there some bullshit in it. Kudelka. This game, again, this is like 1000% not the I know I said this a lot while I've been going through these games. This is super not a game I should like at all. I like this game a lot. It wasn't perfect. I really don't like that the end boss is like you have to grind leveling, whereas everyone else, I mean, the game in general is pretty fucking easy. But like you just need a certain amount of DPS, otherwise you can't beat the final boss. Now, the silver lining there is you don't need to beat the final boss. You can actually get the canon ending not beating the final boss. I think there's 3 endings. So there's like the really bad ending if you don't do something earlier on. There's the best ending if you do something earlier on and beat the final boss. And then there's the other one. What you call it? But yeah, I don't like tactics games. Mainly on the grounds that, like, I suck at them. Like, I'm just no good at these types of games. But I had a fucking blast playing that, so I'm actually glad it was on the easier side of games. But yeah, so there's a sequel to Kaleka, and I'm gonna play it someday. Apparently the canon ending is the ending we got, which is where you do the random side thing a couple chapters back, and then later on, you lose to the final boss. Mr. Bones! We played this for Halloween. Mr. Bones is fucking funny. It makes me giggle when I think about Mr. Bones. That's all. Don't look at my face. Don't let that be any indicator of how much I like the game. I loved it, chat. Actually, I chose the worst level to go into because this one's really frustrating, as you can see from how long it took me to beat it. But yeah. You know, I was expecting this game to be jankier than it is. It's a pretty solid, like, what would you call this? It's not like an I mean, it is an FMV game, but like, what's the subgenre here that I'm looking for? Like, this is great music. What is this from? Oh, Wario World. I never played Wario World. One day TM. Like, I don't know. Cool game. Good vibes from Mr. Bones. Like, there's the ice level that kind of sucked, but other than that, whatever. I have no mouth and I must scream. The only point-and-click game to date that we haven't used a guide for at all. It's embarrassing. Although we've only finished 7 games, so whatever. Wait, is it 7 games? Maybe I lost count. I don't know. Super enjoyable all the way through. I don't want to call it edgy, but what do you call? Well, how do you put this? And so again, this is a minor spoiler, I guess. It's not even really that much of a spoiler. It kind of is said at the beginning of the game if you listen to the prologue. But one of the characters is literally a Nazi scientist. Specifically, I never looked this up, but I'm pretty sure it's a fictional person. But they are like a direct friend of Dr. Mengele, is what's mentioned at one point. And you're doing these like horrible things, as you know, many. Yeah. Hot take chat, the Nazis were bad, and they did a lot of bad things. I know. Crazy Goon over here. Yeah, anyway, the craziest part of that is, this is a little bit of a story spoiler. When you get the good ending in I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, the epilogue says, in spite of themselves, they were all heroes, and I'm like, is this one guy? Because there's like there's a lot of characters that have bad backstories, so like all of them in some fashion have some relation to the evil AI that has taken over the planet. That's the plot of the game. Some more so than others. Anyway, enough said. The game was good though. I like the game a lot. It's a really cool point and click. There's a reason that people talk about it when they talk about old retro point and clicks. We got Tigger's Honey Hunt, a platformer on the end. I don't know why I'm giving an advertised read for this. Yeah, you know, it's a cute little game. There was like really tight time trials we could have done after we finished this. I know that the Beast did that when he played through this game. I just played through the game. It was cool. I mean, you know, random 2D. Oh, I forgot the end of the game is... Oh, actually, that's not even the end of the game. Well, the end of the game is also that. No, the end of the game is rock, paper, scissors. Or something? Oh. Oh, right, I went back to 100% stuff. Oh, we didn't even 100% it, because, like, getting the time trials is part of the 100%. Well, we got all the collectibles in this game. It was fun. Again, not particularly hard, but it shouldn't be. It's a fucking Winnie the Pooh game, like, you know, appropriately easy for children, cute game. A good game, too, like, it's well put together. No, I'm Not a Human. This is the other game that we just properly finished yesterday. I guess you could say we finished it on our first stream. It depends. It's whatever you're... Like, credits rolling, it feels more official for actually finishing a game, and the ending that we got the first stream of this game was... It didn't roll any credits. Fortunately, I saved at a convenient point where we didn't have to do too much, or redo all that much to get back to where we were, and then we just did something different, and we were able to get... I assume we got... Well, okay, no, the best ending is probably if you, like, let all the humans in, and then make sure nobody gets killed, and I absolutely shot one of the humans intentionally. Actually, no, I think we killed 3 people. Oh, shit, yeah, no, I forgot. Okay, in the first part of the playthrough, we killed, God, who was it? It was that one person... I don't want to say like the hippie, but that's kind of what she was. Because, okay, in my defense, I checked her fingernails and I'm like, okay, she has an excuse for her fingernails, but they do fit the description of one of the visitors. And then I checked her teeth, and I guess they were supposed to be like normal, but they looked too shiny to me, and I'm like, this is weird. And I shot her, and then it's like, oops, that's a human. We also let that granny get away with murder on our first playthrough, but when I reloaded, I'm like, nah, fuck you. I know you're a visitor since you killed someone. But this game, okay, actually, for real though, just talking about this game in general, this game is fucking incredible. I'm gonna do all the endings in this game at some point. I may or may not use a guide. I kind of want to just try to figure it out, because I'm very intrigued by the way this game is laid out. It's very good. It's a very simple, like, gameplay loop, but it works perfectly. The fucking writing is immaculate. It sets the setting. It's just, like, it's one of those... And this might be, like, again, to taste, like... It's one of those stories where it's, like... The characters in the story are just in a fucking horrible situation, and you just... Not only do you, like, see the horrors of humanity play out, but you actively partake in it, because you have to decide who you let into your house and who you don't, and what you do with them once they're in your house, and who you... Well, I won't spoil the whole game, but yeah. Anyway. Fucking incredible game. Dance Revolution, Disney's Dancing Museum. I had a fun frickin' time playing this. Also, this is mislabeled. This is actually the one N64 game we played this year on an emulator because I don't have the N64 dance mat, and while you can play the normal N64 version with the controller, that's just no fucking fun. So we played it on an actual a USB dance mat on an emulator. Good times. I mean, you know, it's DDR. It's DDR with children's songs, so it's not as fun as regular DDR is, but it was still pretty fucking fun. Hydro Thunder, one of the best racing games on the N64. Don't listen to what I said while I was playing the game. I was a salty bitch. I'm a scrub. I fucking suck at racing games. This one is great. We did have some fun with it, for the record. Like, you know, it's whatever. But goddamn, was it hard. Battlezone Rise of the Black Dogs. Okay, I don't even know why I added this to my list, but I'm glad I did because this is such a fucking interesting N64 game. Not only is it like sort of a port of a PC game that came out a couple of years prior to the N64 version, but it also like adds a new campaign in the N64 version. I can only imagine this game is infinitely more like fun to play on a PC because there's so much shit that you have to do, especially if you're playing in commander mode. If you're okay, you can play in commander mode or pilot mode, which I appreciate that. God, the feature set of this game is insane. By the way, yeah. And in fact, honestly, the most disappointing thing about this game is the fact that like the multiplayer is so shit. I played all the multiplayer modes and like they are all just focused around like battling, and battling is like okay, but the real meat and potatoes of the game is doing the RTS FPS hybrids shit, and there's just no game mode where you get to do both of those in multiplayer. There's even a commander mode which narrows it down to just 2 players. You would think that that's the mode where you build your base and everything, but there's no build. You just have 4 like sidekicks, and you can't even command them. They just auto follow you. So missed opportunity there. Maybe it was like a N64 processing issue. I don't fucking know. It does kind of really fall more into the category of like, this game is very impressive for what it is, for how old it is, and the console that it's on, but at the end of the day, it probably would have been like better on PC when it came out before on PC, so yeah, I don't know. Not to give such a like middling review of it, but that's Battlezone Rise of the Black Dogs. There's cool shit in there, but it's not particularly like super great or anything like that. It's not some secret hidden gem. Darkseed. So much like, well, really all of the point and click games on our list, it's got a big reputation. I had a lot of fun with it. It wasn't perfect, but fun with it's not really the right way to word it. Yeah, I mean, like, how do I word this? The problem is with this game is that there's a lot of puzzles that like require, well, not a lot, actually not a lot of puzzles, just a couple of puzzles that require you to take like a very large leap in logic. And that's not particularly like unfamiliar to the genre of point and clicks. However, in this particular instance, it's... Oh, did we reach the end? No, there's just a weird pause after that, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, not to spoil the puzzle, but like, yeah, you just gotta take like a big leap in logic and also do things like perfectly. So the annoying thing with that compared to like other point and click games is the main gimmick of Darkseed is time is constantly moving forward and you have to do certain things at specific times. It's, oh god, oh man, if Starlight's still here, he could tell us like the actual in-game time to like end of cycle from start to finish or whatever, but it's 3 in-game days, and I think like each day is like an hour long, so it's like a 3-hour, like the game loops every 3 hours, and by loops I mean you start all over if you run out of time, but whatever. yeah, getting like the actual like proper ending. There was like, there's really just like two things. There's one moment where you have to like find a specific NPC in a specific place at a specific time. They kind of mention that they're gonna like go to that area, but also knowing what to bring them and like when to do that is a little fucked up. Likewise, there's a part where you like lose all your money, so you like need to spend. Well, no, you don't lose your money. Sorry, you lose all your items. So you need to like buy things at a specific pace. Not even. Also, one of the key items that you need to buy, you need to buy it twice, which is like extra like stupid in terms of like, oh, I already bought this and I know I can only buy like there's like, let's say there's like 6 things to buy. You have like $3, so you can only buy 3 things. But as it turns out, you only need to buy one item twice. So it's kind of annoying that way. But it was pretty good, and like, you know, it's a cool narrative. It's a neat neat pair up or team up with HR. I still don't know how to say his name. I know it's not. Actually, it might be Giger. I don't know. I know it's not Geiger. Oh, maybe it's Giger or like Giger. That might actually be it. I don't know. People have told me a million times and I still don't have it right, so I apologize. But, you know, if you didn't know, they okay. It's not as if that artist worked on this game. However, he did contractually, like, sell the rights to some of his art for the sake of this game. So it directly has his art in it. It's not just inspired by him, but rather, like, directly... There are things that he drew that are in there, but it's like they purchased the rights to it. It's like using like a licensed song, but with art, basically. Anyway, in a much less artful realm, Resident Evil Survival Unit. So this is the Resident Evil game that we got this year, Chad. It's a fucking mobile game, and whoo-wee, chat, let me tell you, the monetization of this game is diabolical. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull this shit up right now. Y'all are gonna see this. So this is one of the 2 games I haven't beat this year. And, I am very close. Okay, I'm setting my own definition of, like, beating this game. Honestly, yo, Felizy, thank you for the sub. What is up? Thank you for the 62 months. But yeah. Yo. Ignore this. Ignore this random ad. That's not even the game doing that. That's the emulator I just opened. Oh god. Oh no, I need to... Alright, I'm sorry for the notification spam. Since I'm an emulator, like, my tablet is effectively off. Yeah, I've been playing this off and on. Like, I'll just pop it open and do a couple things. The F is this game. Oh, you don't know the hot new Resident Evil game? Resident Evil Survivor Unit? Hold on, I'm gonna use this thing. What's this bulletin board over here? What does that thing do? So many buttons in this game. I guess I'll use... we'll do some stuff. So here's, like, the general way you play this game. It's mostly clicking buttons and waiting. So that already sucks in, like, a mobile game kind of way. But also, I don't know why the fuck there's not a donate all. Like, there should be. We've been on 13 heckin' things over here. Zombie, kill it. Congratulations, dude. This looks like the most, like, zoomered out 12 minutes to heal. Heck. But anyway. Ignore all this. The important thing here is, chat, look at all the fucking monetization they have. No, that's not the right button, actually. I need to click the gem thing up there. These are just goals and stuff. And let me tell you, this game is monetized to fucking back. Not only is there, like, 6 different things you can purchase, like, at any given moment for, like, a temporary buff or whatever, but Oh, yeah, actually, no, this is the perfect time to fucking show this off. There's the current upgrade. So I'm upgrading from level 21 to level 22. This was actually more than 4 days. This was 4 days. We're at 4 days, 8 hours, 40 minutes, and 15 seconds till it's done. You can, like, pay to make things go faster, but it's fucking dog shit. There are parts of this game that actually are kind of cool. I don't know why I'm just playing this game now, but whatever. Like, this part's cool. Area's been investigated. How do I do it again? Do I do this? Yeah. Sponsored stream? Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm shitting on the game constantly. Anyway. Yeah. It's just monetized to fucking back. I haven't spent a fucking penny on this. And personally, I will consider this game done whenever we beat 12-12, which is literally the level we're at. However, we got a ways to go, because check this shit out. Ignore the failure expected. That shit just says that sometimes. You can definitely win if you're good enough. First of all, not 2 times speed, please. So this is one of the 2 parts of the game that are, like, kind of okay. Because it's at least, like... Well, thank you, Marvin, for kicking that regenerator out of Claire's line of sight. I appreciate that, my man. Alright, I'm gonna wait for him to kick the zombie this time. You fucker. It's like some kind of regenerating zombie or something. Yeah, so like 80 regenerators file in along with 2 regular zombies for some fucking reason. No, I'm just putting that down. Fuck off. He broke my fence immediately. But if that weren't bad enough, there's also this guy. I'm gonna try to distract him. That won't stun the regenerators, which is maybe a bad move. No, it's fine. Well, that distracted him for all of 2 seconds. See our DPS output right now? Even with our special attack? Slight problem. Oh, Claire's down, we're dead. Yo, AJ Reborn, thank you for the raid. I don't know why my raid notification go off. Thank you. Give you a shout out there. Anyway, believe it or not, we're actually just like looking at games I've played this year. I brought up, I don't know why I actually pulled this one up, but anyway. Yeah, so I gotta waste a bunch of time. I'm not wasting any fucking money on this bullshit. But that's your choice. It's your standard mobile slop fucking bullshit. Back to the spreadsheet. We're currently reviewing all of the streams we did this year. Oh, there we go. That's Resident Evil Survivor Unit. I shit on that game. Boo. Fuck you, Capcom. Honestly, okay, I didn't show the best part of the game. The best part's when you're exploring areas, but there's only like 4 of those. I mean, you saw this the listing I had of like explore the basement, explore the hospital. Looks like hot ass. It really is. Like even the other part I was just playing, like aside from like the really annoying monetization of it, like it's fun, but it's not like that great. Like it's passable, I guess. But most of the game is just like sending units to do thing, then you come back to it half an hour later, which is like fine as far as a mobile game goes, but like the intense monetization of it is that's just pure greed and just bullshit. Anyway, they've also already like looped over the special events that happen like twice, I think, at this point. The Christmas event they had was just a reskinned event they already did, so it's fucking cool. This game came out, so it came out November 18th, because I played it the day it came out. Anyway, fuck that game. On to the next one. Chaos Break. Chaos Break was pretty cool. Is this the one? Yeah, okay, this is the one. It's weird that it's like so time-based. It's also really funny that they give you like this trauma center minigame in the middle of the fucking game. Wait, that's not the right. There we go. Oh yeah, we had to restart the game because it crashed on us. I forgot about that. I don't know where that part is, but there's a part where you operate on like a little alien guy, and you like you don't have to do it all that fast, but it's actually like very cheesable in comparison to something like Trauma Center. But the game itself is running on a constant timer, and if you go over the timer, you get a bad ending. Was this? No. That was Martian Gothic Unification. I talked for like an hour about that game because I fucking hate it so much. Anyway. Also, what were you up to? How did your stream go? Thanks again for the raid. Anyway, Darkseid 2. So, you know, I gave kind of like I liked Darkseid 1, but it wasn't like mind-blowing. I came into Darkseid 2 expecting it to be complete fucking ass because I've never heard anyone say anything about the sequel to Darkseid. People talk about Darkseid 1 a lot when you're talking about point and clicks especially. Or even just retro gaming, sometimes it'll come up. I expected it to be horrible. It was awesome. Darkseid 2 rocks. Like, it's not absolutely perfect, but it's pretty damn near close. The Seance of Blake Manor. Interesting. Cool. I have not heard of that one. Glad you're enjoying it, though. Also, I love... Okay, my favorite thing about Darkseid 2 is just every character in town, at least in the light version of town, they're fucking goons. Like, they will just stonewall you and say, like, the most unhinged shit at you. It's fucking great. I love it. I kept joking that the game was, like, Trailer Park Boys, but... Well, I guess I didn't say in America, but kind of that, though. Your best friend is sort of Cyrus-coded, like from Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys. Both have charm in different ways. Oh, totally. I don't hate Darkseid 1. I just thought I was expecting the worst, and I got, like, the best. The only thing is, someone needs to fucking remaster this game, because I could not get it to run on my PC. I had to actually install a Windows 98 VM to get it fucking running. Detective game. Okay, cool. I'm into that. That's cool. Might have to look that up. Anyway. T-Rag Mission of Mercy, which is also known as Hard Edge. So if in North America, this was released as T-Rag Mission of Mercy, which stands for Tactical Rescue Assault Group, or I don't know what the fuck, whatever. And everywhere else in the world, it was just called Hard Edge. This game was fine. I also say this game, like, borders on the line of being a proper, Resident Evil clone. Because, like, sure, it has tank controls and puzzles that you solve and stuff. Fixed camera angles and whatnot, but, like, for the most part, it's mostly like a beat-em-up. Oh, I don't have to play. There we go. Choosing all the worst moments. Where's something to fight? Anyway, yeah. It's a decent game. Like, it's... If you're just playing through random PS1 games, it's not a bad one to play, but it's not, like, amazing. Chopper Attack. Honestly, the kind of similar sentiments to this. Chopper Attack, it's pretty fun. It's weirdly arcadey for some reason. Also... I just kept running out of fuel in this game because I was trying... Like, the main problem with this game is the fact that, like, every supply thing is completely RNG, meaning, like... So you have to, like, blow up buildings to get supplies in this game, which, first of all, is not that obvious. I even read the manual, and I don't think it mentioned that. And, yeah, you can absolutely just get screwed over in this game if you need fuel, if you need shield, or, like, need more armaments or whatever, and you just don't get it. Just casual terrorism. Oh yeah, we have to do a lot of casual war crimes. Just shoot randoms, not civilians, they are soldiers, but I'm pretty sure that's still a war crime to fire upon a foot soldier with a fucking attack helicopter. You know, details. The most annoying thing is, the final mission is locked behind playing it on the harder difficulty, and I didn't know that when starting the game. And we probably could have powered through it on hard mode, but I didn't want to, like, replay the whole fucking game on hard mode. And I couldn't figure out the level select cheat, because it's also a little weird. But whatever. We played it. Jeopardy. It's Jeopardy. Honestly, not the greatest form of Jeopardy. Also, goddamn. Okay, so the settings they did very well in this game. I think on the N64. Like you can set. Do you want to see all questions, easy questions, easy intermediate questions? Oh, those are the three options. I don't know why I painted it like anything else. And on top of that, you can say, oh, you need the exact answer, or like close answers count or something like that. I don't even know what that setting does. We didn't try that. I should have tried that. But then there's like the default is like there's autocomplete, which I think is probably the way you'd want to do that for a N64 Jeopardy game. Like function wise, the game is fine. Content wise, it's a little questionable because I turned it to like easy questions at a certain point because I was getting wrecked. Even the easy questions are like incredibly tricky. Yeah, I'd imagine like let you get certain things wrong. I don't know. For such an old game, I wonder how that actually works. There's that one Family Feud game. I think it's on the Wii that like you can like say completely the wrong thing and it'll be like, "Yep, that's it." Like you could say lawnmower and it's like CD player. Yep, we take that. It could work like that. I don't know. Well, regardless, we won Jeopardy. It was a decisive victory. You were thinking, oh, maybe it's the SNES Family Feud. You might be right about that. Yeah. Are we at the end of the playlist now? Nope. There's just another weird gap in the songs. All right, whatever. Donald Duck Going Quackers. This game actually goes pretty hard. It is certainly balanced for a child to play through it, but I had a fun time all the same. This is like baby's first Crash Bandicoot, and it even has like reasons to replay the levels to do like other challenges, and it's really just the one challenge is like a time trial you unlock. But it's good. It's good stuff. Very solid game, honestly. Task for that one is fun because you have to have the right letters in the right order. Just put garbage in between. That's awesome. And then chat. I've been yapping about it as we've gone on this list in general, but you guys know I love the fucking Haunted PS1 team. There was a new Madvent calendar out this year. New organizer, same greatness. A lot of fun games. I had a great time playing this. As always, much love to the fucking devs. Y'all rock hardcore. If I had to pick a favorite, okay, this is actually a really good game too. Speaking of Crash Bandicoot clones, oh yeah, fun fact: this game, well, you probably can tell because Bitey is the character you're playing as, but this game was made by the previous organizer of the Madvent calendars. But I mean, organizing this shit just, it takes a lot of effort. You're getting a bunch of different, not even just developers in general, but like different like teams of developers to like put stuff into this collaboration, and it takes a lot of work, So they stepped down after the fourth Madvent calendar, which was 2 years ago, and we got a new organizer now, and I wish them all the best. Also, I spent so long on this game. So this game is all about a puzzle that's unsolvable, but there's a lot of information around it, and I completely forgot from reading the intro that like the puzzle's unsolvable. This game actually, there's something here with this game, but they need to like tweak stuff a little bit because it's very tedious, especially when you die because you like lose all your stats. But there's like class switching and like different gameplay and stuff. Where is it? Oh, right, no, it's in part 3. What am I doing? I don't know that we beat this game, but it did say end of content when we like got to one part, so I assume that like this is like more of a demo. This is a very cool game, by the way, somehow. Oh, wait, it is solvable. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was gonna... Okay. I keep saying this, and I meant to do this before stream tonight. I need to go ask them, like, hey, can you... Number 1, is this where this game ends? Number 2, how do I play this game? Where is it? Hold on. Yeah, this one over here. I couldn't figure out how to start this. The content warnings seem to imply that there's more stuff going on in this game, but I I went on every surface and mashed the interact button. I couldn't find anything. Like, it's not a super huge play space. Anyway, regardless, my favorite of the batch though gotta be the lounge. This is fucking awesome. I said this when we played it, but this shit feels like Star Trek meets murder mystery, and that's like peanut butter and jelly to me. Content warning, footsteps. No, there's content warnings like abuse and other things like that. I forget what the hell all it is. Strong language and stuff like that. Dev claimed that neither solving it nor not solving the puzzle was the true ending. Fair enough. The City of Lost Children. This game is a janky Resident Evil clone. Also, it does a thing that I hate in video games, where you're playing as a child and you have no powers whatsoever. that makes me sound like some kind of like, oh man, I don't have my fucking ACOG scope in my rifle. But like, okay, this meme started when I played Alone in the Dark 2, and there's that segment in Alone in the Dark 2 where you play as the child and have to do stealth bullshit. Alone in the Dark 2 sucks ass, regardless of whether or not the child segment's in there. But that also just like, it's the peak of like, oh my god, I fucking hate this. But this brought me right back to that feeling. Don't look at my X station, chat. But yeah, we fucking game overed here. Like 2 hours in and had to restart the entire game. Forgot about that. But yeah, I don't know. Pretty dog shit Resident Evil clone. That's all I gotta say about that game. Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn, aka Chase the Express, again, North American title. Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn. Chase the Express is what's known, I think, everywhere else. I think this one only got a PAL release and a North America release, so. Anyway. Yeah, chat, I like this game quite a bit. It's why we played through it like 4 times. I got 4 of the like 6,000 endings in this game. We got the super bonus ultra true ending, so at that point, you know, whatever. Story-wise, it's very much your generic action 90. Oh my god, the terrorists have done this thing and we gotta stop the terrorists. Holy shit. But not bad. Not bad at all. For a game that takes place pretty much entirely on a train, impressive. I guess. The one thing that's really annoying about it is your resources do, like, again, it's a survival horror game, so it's appropriate that your resources do eventually thin out and you need to like manage that, but it was annoying in the moment. I'll say that. Phantasmagoria 2. Okay. Pretty much exactly like Darkseid 2. I came into this game knowing that, well, okay, no, I had heard people talk about this game, but I have only heard about this game in horrifically negative lights. I don't fucking know why, because this game is fantastic. It's the first 10 out of 10 on our point and click marathon. Like, it's the first thing I've given a 10 out of 10 for enjoyability. I was incredibly on edge the first stream of this game. That flesh do be puzzling. Yeah, actually, I missed it. I should relabel this. It's not called Phantasmagoria 2. It's called Phantasmagoria, a Puzzle of Flesh. Anyway, having already played the first Phantasmagoria, I'm like, okay. You know, and again, this is up to interpretation for certain. I don't want to like stand on my soapbox and say, oh, you can't do this in a video game or anything like that. But personally, from my perspective, I find certain subject matter in the first Phantasmagoria to be distasteful. I'll just put it that way. I don't want to get into all of it. If you know the game, you probably know what I'm fucking talking about. And the sequel starts out with like all these things where I'm like, oh god, this is the sequel to that game. it's the 90s. This character like clearly is suffering from like mental health issues. Oh god, this could go in so many bad directions so easily. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think this game was like totally like fine. Like nothing has maybe not nothing has aged poorly, but like in the context of the game, I don't think anything is like really outlandish or like, oh man. I won't say nothing made me feel uncomfortable. It's a horror game. It's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable, but nothing made me feel uncomfortable in like a bad way of like, okay, that was a little too far, or like, holy shit, this is a little stereotypical or whatever. Like I think it's fine. Not just fine. I think this game's fantastic. This game takes some fucking wide swings, and I think it nails every one of them. You don't have to play the first one. They are not related at all. I do. Okay, having said what I said about the first one, in spite of my critique of, it's really just one particular moment in the game. To quote George Lucas, it goes a bit too far in a few places. For the standard of an FMV horror game in the 90s, Lamau, I don't even know. I think even just in general, like, it skirts that line, and it definitely is of its time in terms of like, it is very 90s in general. But like, you know, I don't know. You can press a skip button, but I mean, that's the start of a chapter, actually. The thing I'm talking about anyway, in the first one. But yeah, fucking bravo. Hats off to Phantasmagoria 2. Wild ride. Loved it. I did, however, I gave it a little bit of I think I gave it like a 2 out of 10 on the bullshit meter, which I have now introduced to the point and click marathon. As of this game, weirdly enough, even though this game is not really all that bullshit, but there are a couple moments where it's just like, okay, oh, so-and-so showed up back in the break room after I did this other thing, seemingly unrelated. Okay, fine. I guess that's how I advance the plot. It's the perfect thing for the point-and-click marathon, because, again, I incredibly enjoyed my playthrough of Phantasmagoria 2. I also thought, like, oh my god, I'm gonna get banned playing this shit. There's so much hardcore sex in this game. I cannot, and capital H hardcore, chat. Like, apparently it's totally fine to stream, totally fine to, like, upload and everything, it's whatever. There is a point-and-click game that we are not going to be able to stream on Twitch, but it is okay to stream on YouTube, so we'll stream that one there. P and V. Okay, the biggest bullshit about Phantasmagoria 2 is not only do we not get to fuck, what's his name, Trevor, right? Our work bestie, who like, literally plot-wise, minor spoilers. You find this out in the first chapter. We have feelings for him. Like, our character is at the very least bi-curious, if not full-on, like, bi. Like, we get to fuck every one of our other coworkers, but not the guy. Come on. Anyway. We don't even get to kiss him. Anyway. Spoilers. SMH. I know. Anyway. Extreme G. I raged a lot at this game, but it is, again, on the upper echelon of, like, good racing games on the N64. It was solid. It's tough as nails. We beat it on easy mode, but we did beat it. Extreme G. It's Extreme G. Fun times. I really don't have much else to say beyond that. Like, I don't want to call it Diet F-Zero. Like, if you stack this up against F-Zero X, yeah, like, I'd play F-Zero X any day other than Extreme G. But, like, Extreme G is still a good fucking game. Like, I had fun playing it. Okay. We're finally at Stardew. This is the other game that I have not finished that we started this year. We'll finish this next year, chat. I can't tell you the schedule for Stardew streams. It's going to be whenever Possum's available. That's the best I can do. Because I'm playing this with my wife. But yeah, I mean, I knew Stardew's reputation. I had never played it. I know what it's all about. It did not disappoint at all. It is the final form of the farming simulator video game. honestly, Nintendo Switch developers, including the people that make Friends of Mineral Town or whatever the fuck the Harvest Moon team is called now, just give up because they've perfected it. I don't know. Go home, pack it up. as cozy as... Okay, now is when I talk about all the faults of Harvest Moon 64. Harvest Moon 64 is so particular with, like... Oh, no, actually, I didn't mention that when we were talking about Harvest Moon 64. It's particular with, like, oh, you need to do this by this date on this year, or else it never happens, and fuck you. And also there's RNG related to certain things, so it's just like, okay, that's really fucking annoying. Stardew Valley is like, you know what, that's bullshit, but I love these games, so I'm gonna... This is such a perfect love letter to farming sim games. And I think this might genuinely be like the 4th farming sim game I've played, and the first non-Harvest Moon farming sim game I've played, and I love it already. I've only streamed it once. We'll do more of that in the new year here, but just a fucking cozy ass time. I also got... Chat, I don't know how I got so high playing Stardew Valley. I took the normal amount of edibles that I usually take when I get high on stream, but man, I was fucking in outer space that night. So take anything said with a grain of salt there, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I played the SNES Harvest Moon. I played the N64 Harvest Moon as a kid, and we played it this year as well. And I played one of the PS1 ones. Don't ask me which one, I don't know. If I looked at all of them, I could probably tell you which one, but one of them. And now I've played Stardew. I don't think I've played any other farming sims. Unless you'd count Minecraft as a farming sim, but I don't think you would. Anyway, speaking of which, I've never beaten Minecraft, and I don't really care to, honestly. I've had my fill of fun with StarCraft. I've had my fill of fun with StarCraft as well, but Minecraft is also. Anyway. The last couple games have happened in the last, like, week or so. Days before Christmas. Also, I slightly played this game because of the band Days and Days, and I put it in my stream title when we played this game. Why is there a Darman vid? Alright, that's just awful. I think because I don't watch anything on my account, it's like, yeah, you want Darman, right? Christmas, (3), true. This game, actually, chat, if you guys are looking for, like, a jank within reason SNES platformer, check it out. It's a fun fucking time. That's all I gotta say. It's not half bad. It's not amazing. It's not gonna knock your fucking socks off. But if you want to play some Christmas themed game, this is right here. It's pretty goddamn fun. It looks slippery. It looks more slippery than it is, I promise. On a scale of 1 to Plock, I've never played Plock. But it's definitely, like, below Clock by, like, a lot. It's like a 5 out of 10 in terms of, like, how jank it is. It's, like, it's janky, but it's not, like, so janky that it's, like, miserable to play, you know? Polar Express, chat. So, not only is this my first time playing the Polar Express, the video game adaptation, but I also watched the movie this month for the first time ever. I have pretty much the same opinion on both. What a fucking, like, it's fine. Like, there's nothing, like, wrong with either of them, but what a unimpressive, middle of the ground, milquetoast ass fucking piece of shit media. Like, the game perfectly reflects the movie because it doesn't do anything interesting. It's like fine. Like, I don't even have anything to, like, pick on it for. Like, it's fine. It's what you'd expect from a GameCube movie adaptation. It plays all right. You can get through it easily. It's pretty short. Like, it follows all the beats of the movie. I guess what else do you need? But, like, have some ambition in life, man. You know? That's it. That's my review of the movie and the video game. Also, chat made fun of me while I was playing the game because I said that the graphics look better in the game than the movie, and they said, "Oh, you can't make a movie on PS2 graphics," or I guess we played it on GameCube, but 6 to 1, half to the other. You know? Says you, is what I say in response to that. Heart of Darkness, more like Fart of Darkness. I stole that from chat. Chat said that when I finished the game. No, Heart of Darkness, okay, I was expecting Heart of Darkness to be this miserable slog of like multiple streams, and honestly I probably should have played it in multiple streams, but we did beat it in one. Heart of Darkness, you know, it has a neat idea for a game and it presents itself well. 80% of the game is actually totally fine and works well within the systems they've set themselves up for. But that other 20% is a real motherfucker. And if you're trying to beat this game on like actual hardware, as I did, with no save states or anything, god damn is this game just a fucking punch in the jaw at like certain parts of the game. I'm talking the final boss. That was, well, okay, the final boss where you're in the darkness or whatever, fuck, that was just, that's not even, it's barely a boss. It's just there to like wrap up the story. Before that, when you have to fight a fucking army of everything, and also this guy is like RNG throwing these frame perfect fireballs at, or these fireballs at you that you have to frame perfect dodge, or start all 4 rooms over, sorry, all 3 rooms. There's 4 rooms, the 4th room is just run to the gem and pick it up. That kind of shit. The one spider room, the other room where you had to like go down and back up, and there's like worms on the wall. Not all the worm rooms, but specifically that one near the end that's like that. And a couple other moments just here and there. Just, they were not great. They soured the experience a lot, but it's still a pretty good game. Worth playing, I would say. And lastly, a game we finished today on, you know, not quite the end of the year, but damn near it. We finished this like 2 hours ago. Oh wait, shit, no, it's 12:30. We finished this like 3.5 hours ago. No, 2.5 hours ago. I can't do math. This game, you know, in my heart of hearts. Hey, there's Static Haze. Static Haze, I stole your joke like 5 minutes ago. You missed it. I said Fart of Darkness. Anyway. Welcome on in. We're about to get to the 2025 Goon Awards. But also I'm gonna take a piss after I finish talking about this stupid-ass game. This game is janky and it sucks, but Fart of Darkness is banned on Twitch. Incredible. But the fart killer is not. By the way, I don't know, have I played this? Okay, this is the moment where Goon's dementia seeps in. Fart. I did play the fart killer. We played it last year. Okay, there's a parody of the poop killer called the fart killer, and it's better than the recent poop killers, I'll say that much. Not to be a poop killer aficionado. It's not as funny as like the poop killer where you're like selling weed out of your house, or like the poop killer where you're running a weed shop. Really just the weed jokes, really, is all it is. Anyway. Oh yeah, Lamau. Oh, sorry, I'm getting off topic here. Santa Claus saves the world. I don't think there's no reason to play this game, chat. It's fucking awful. I thought this would be a short, little funny game. Also, number one, Santa Claus does not save the world. He saves Christmas, but he really only saves Christmas in the sense that he saves himself so that he can go do Christmas. He's really just, it makes him sound more altruistic than he truly is. Point is, fuck Santa in this game. He's a selfish asshole if he wants to self-aggrandize and make him out to be some world savior. The world is not under threat. All that happens is an evil, I guess it's a fairy, not a witch, but I kept calling her a witch, I don't know why, traps him in this like domain on Christmas Eve, and he has to escape it. That's the plot. The plot doesn't fucking matter because it's a Game Boy Advance game. The real problem is the camera's ass. It's a platformer with a fucking terrible camera, and level design similar to Commander Keen, which is really, it's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, it's probably the only reason I even have any fondness for this game, but it's also the reason why this game sucks ass, because it's designed like a Commander Keen game. For some reason, in the year 2002, someone was like, yeah, let's make a game like Commander Keen. Whatever. We beat it. We're done with it. Also, the dumbest thing in this game is the fact that you have a limited number of lives, but every time you die, you restart the current level, and you get a password that you can use to just restart the current level. You might think, oh, well, you know, maybe you get to, like, keep your supplies or something because you have a limited amount of ammo in the game. No. Ammo goes back to 0 when you die, even if you have more lives left. There's no, like, keys or... There's no carryover. Somehow an Apogee software platformer made its way into the Game Boy Advance in the form of Santa Claus Saves the World. A PAL-only release also, by the way. Or maybe it's PAL in Japan, but it's definitely not... This wasn't released in America. Yeah. Especially the second half of the game, it just has such, like, annoying design where there's just pits that you fall in all the time, which... No, there's no reason for that to be there, never mind. I was gonna say, like, oh, I could understand it if, like, the controls were better, but no, just fuck the death pits in that game. They're cheap shots. Anyway, chat, that is the 108 games we've played this year, with the 2 we didn't finish. It's the McDonald's Sprite, man. It's a different life form. Chat, enjoy the music. I gotta go rock a piss. BRB, and then, little sneak peek here, we'll award these games. All the games I just listed are up for nomination here. Be right back. Also, as a quick review of not this year, but rather last year, our game of the year was Withering Rooms. Trash of the year was Poop Killer 8. Was it the one that, like, just remade? I think that was the one that just remade the first one, but, like, had a couple things happen slightly differently. Most fun was Crash Team Racing. That was a fucking fun-ass video game. Most frustrating was Tomb Raider 3. Yeah. Again, we played that on, you know... Well, not original hardware, we played it on emulator, but I didn't use any save states or anything. And if you know PS1 Tomb Raider 3, it's ridiculous. There's like... whatever. Most jank was Sonic Jam on the Tyra Gamecom. Now, granted, we were on an emulator, but I have the physical copy of that game on my GameCom, and it's just as jank. I confirmed it on stream, and all that good stuff. Most creative I gave to Yump 2. This is a Super Mario World ROM hack. Best writing was Alan Wake 2. And funniest game was Death Trips. I forgot we played Death Trips last year. Death Trips is pretty much just the funniest game ever made. But that's last year. This is this year. We're gonna go in reverse order. Most fun. The hell did I have the most fun playing, chat? Soul the Samurai. Soul the Samurai and Tenchu are definitely contenders here. I'm not gonna do like, I don't remember exactly how I did it last year. I'm not gonna do like nominees. Crow. Scrawl. We had a good bit of fun with Harvest Moon 64. I don't think it's quite gonna make the cut here. Dude, honestly, Dead Letter Department, I've had a lot of fucking fun with this game, weirdly. Men in Black. Okay. Oh wait, no, I made a category for best laughs, right? Yeah, best laughs. Okay, no. Men in Black was not fun, but that's definitely a nominee for the best laughs here. MK Mythologist, no. What else we got here? Conscript wasn't necessarily fun. Both Conscript and Signalis, they don't have a category here this year. Because these are like some of the best indie games ever made, for the record, chats. Conscript and Signalis specifically. They're fucking incredible. I can't highlight that enough, but I don't know that they're gonna win anything tonight. I had a shitload of fun playing DDR Mario Mix. I'm not gonna lie. More fun than the DDR N64 game, the Disney one. Disco Elysium was a very fun playthrough too. I think it's just under... Man, this is... Oh god, what the hell, like, barely lost several categories last year. This is gonna be that situation all over again, where, like, it's a great game that definitely deserves, like, recognition, but... just got completely blown out of the water by the other stuff that I played this year. Ooh, you know what? Tenchu 2, actually. That could be the one. We did have a lot of fun with Kiosk, but it's not the most fun. It's definitely not the most fun. I'm taking that out of the list. I missed one of these. Oh, you know what? Actually, chat, no need for any other honorable mention. Nah, we could do that. You know what? Maybe I'll make a list of honorable mentions and I'll just put them. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm gonna put it outside of the box and also not in bold. We'll wait till after I'm done giving the awards out before I make honorable mention, because if I end up putting it in a category, then it'll be silly. I haven't pre-played any of these for the record, chat. But straight up, the most fun game I've played this year is House of Necrosis. It's so fucking fun, chat. Good-ass dungeon crawler game. Best retro. Okay. So for this, we need a true retro game, not just an indie game that's retro-styled. Easy. Martian Gothic reunification. No. No, kidding. Maybe Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, honestly. Oh, no, what the fuck am I saying? Soul the Samurai. Yeah, sorry, Castlevania. You're fine, but, like, you're outclassed here. I think I'm slowly learning the PS1 was just a better console than the N64. It's been fun playing all these N64 games, but... Where the heck is Tenchu 2? Tenchu 2... God, I gotta weigh these two against each other. Tenchu 2 is just, like, notably better than Tenchu 1. Not to shit on Tenchu 1. It's fun. Tetrasphere? Okay, you know, immediately I retract my statement, because Tetrasphere is really fucking fun, too. Bust a Move was too frustrating for me to count it. Chameleon Twist 2 is... Okay, that probably will end up in honorable mentions, because that's a really fun retro game. Same goes for Harvest Moon 64, like... It's dated, but, like, it's not bad. Same goes for Doom 64, that's a fun-ass game. I was gonna ask if Epio was here for Doom 64, but he definitely was. Snowboard Kid. It's surprising that it took this long for Snowboard Kid's music to pop up. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that will outclass any of these games. Was it hate looking at Doom 64? Fair enough. Again, Tigger's Honey Hunt is very solid, but I'm not going to... It's not even going to make the honorable mentions, I'm going to be honest. Alright, now stuff like Darkseid 2, I consider that on the table. And that goes for I mean, it's from the last millennia, you know? I think that counts. Donald Duck was, like, a well-put-together video game, but I don't think it's going to slot into any of these categories. Same goes for Phantasmagoria 2, like, quite fun. But as much as I liked both of these, and this is going to seem silly because I gave this a 10 out of 10 for enjoyability, and then I didn't give these a 10 out of 10, but the more I think about it, it's Tenchu 2, chat. That's going to get Best Retro Game. Alright, I already know this is going to not win a Game of the Year, and it doesn't fit into other things, so... We're putting Phantasmagoria 2 in the honorable mentions, because... Oh, you know what? Actually, Darkseid 2 as well, I don't know why. Although, that could end up in Most Creative, I don't know, we'll get there. Most Impressive. Okay, this is pretty much a match between, like, two things here. We've got, where the fuck is it? I mean, honestly, this is a cop-out because it's several games, but the Flipside Frights demo disc had a lot of insanely polished demos on it, so I'm gonna put that in the mix as well. You know, I guess... I'll say Conscript. Yeah, you know what? I will say Conscript. It's partially on the writing, but it's also partially on the mechanics and the way that the, like, endings work in the game. And by the way, thank fucking God I wrote down or screenshotted all of the, like, RNG things that you need to solve the puzzle for, like, best ending, because we incidentally did everything else. I didn't realize that you could run from the fights, so this is a little bit of a spoiler for Conscript. So we incidentally did every other requirement that you need to do to get best ending, but I super did not remember the journals from that one, or from, like, all the, like, well, again, I won't spoil it, but yeah. But I screenshotted them, so I was able to find them, because it is RNG. Like, you can't, like, look up the answer to it, because your playthrough will be different. Again, another impressive thing. What else impressed me? Silent Hill 4 did impress me to some level, but not quite most impressive of the year kind of level, you know? Okay, yeah, no, these are the two. Post-Trauma and, not Lauren's Lure. Lauren's Lure is probably going to end up in honorable mentions. We'll go through the full list before we close out. Dead Letter Department did kind of shock me in terms of, like, how much I enjoyed it, but I don't think it belongs under most impressive. I mean, you know, I'll keep it in the mix. What was I looking for? Not Blessed Burden. Not Cursed. It's around here somewhere. Heartworm. Yeah. Both Heartworm and Post-Trauma are incredibly well-done indie games that came out this year, chat. Go check them out if you like horror stuff. Actually, you know, fuck it. Check out Dead Letter Department 2 while you're at it. I wouldn't say it's the most impressive thing, but it's pretty fucking good. Do it. You better do it. I'll know if you don't. Oh. Looking at everything else here. Okay. Earthworm Jim 3D really impressed me. No, fuck that shit. I was impressed by Silent Hill F, but I don't know. Again, not most impressive territory. Okay, Battlezone Rise of the Black Dogs actually does belong on this list in terms of what I'm considering. I think beyond that, yeah, this is nothing that like actually sticks out as like, oh my god, my mind is blown after seeing this. When I think about it, I need to look up what year Battlezone Rise of the Black Dogs came out. I have it in my head. This will be one thing or another. I guess it'll be this or another option. Can't find my N64 playlist. There it is. Okay, so it came out the end of the year 2000. That's less impressive than what I was gonna say. I lied, chat, when I said it was going to be that or another one. Okay, so I will take out Flipside Frights. I will take out Conscript. I loved both of those for the record, chat. Just not going to be it. So then there were 3. Alright, you know what? I'm going to give it to Heartworm. I loved Dead Letter Department. Actually, hell, I loved all 3 of those fucking games. That... Dead Letter Department and Post Trauma, but it's gotta go to Heartworm. Like I said, so graphically speaking, Heartworm is not as impressive as Post Trauma, especially considering I don't remember how many people worked on Heartworm, but it's also a very small team for the record. But comparatively, like the experience of playing the game, it's like very tightly put together in a way that Post Trauma didn't quite stick the landing on, but it was still a, like, again, Post Trauma is not winning anything else, but that definitely goes in the honorable mention list because it's really fucking impressive. Most creative. Okay, so now I'm a little bit at odds because I kind of have a Game of the Year pre-slotted into my brain, and I don't want to put the same game in 2 categories, but it is the piece of this game that draws me towards it. Let's go down the list anyway. Most creative game this year. Certainly none of these. Not to shit on these games. I like several of them that I have highlighted right now, but Disco Elysium, that's certainly a contender for most creative. It's quite good. It turns the CRPG formula on its head quite well, I think. Granny Remake is maybe the least creative game I've played this year, because it's not even by the person that made Granny. for its time, Tenchu 2 is pretty impressive, but like creativity wise. This is the fucking bitch and a half here. Both Signalis and Conscript are incredible, but I wouldn't really call them creative or impressive or like it's tricky. Game & Wario is genuinely pretty creative with the jank ass Wii U hardware. Haunted PS1. Yeah, honestly, you know what? You're not wrong. I did skip over Flipside Frights. I mean, the Haunted PS1 community is just brimming with fucking creativity. That's not... What an ice cold take, Chad. But yeah. It's hard to give it to a collection of games, but you know. Anyway, I think Game & Wario does a neat amount of things with the hardware presented to it. Overblood 2 actually is pretty fucking creative. I don't think it's gonna win, but it definitely deserves to be highlighted for the moment. I guess I lied when I said I wasn't doing nominations, because this is effectively a nomination. Krusty Proto. It's very short, but it's quite creative. This is probably gonna end up on the honorable mentions. Yeah, it's not gonna make the most creative list, but I'll just put it on there now. Fuck it. Silent Hill 4 also doesn't really slot into any of these very well. Like, most creative is probably the best shot it has, but it's just up against titans of creativity in the modern age. And I'm trying to contextualize things. Like, earlier, I genuinely almost picked Battlezone for, like, the most impressive game of the year. Because for the year 2000 on the N64, it's pretty impressive, the scope of what that game does. But suffice it to say, I just don't think it crosses that threshold of even being in the honorable mention. You can call me a Silent Hill 4 hater. I don't hate the game. But whatever. Both 10 Dead Doves and Galarians have some neat ideas that you could call creative. I don't particularly enjoy either, so it's hard to like say that it's the most creative thing, you know? Dead Letter Department... No, not Countdown Vampires. Countdown Vampires does, in fact, do something different. Oh, snap my thing back up here. Shoot. I lost my place now. Dead Letter Department is what I was trying to click. Axis is also a very fucking creative game. I liked that a lot. You know what? That's probably gonna end up in the honorable mentions. I don't think I'm gonna go with Axis. To a T. Yeah, To a T is going. Okay, you know what? We'll just put them on there now. Axis. To a T. By the way, that's the way that game's spelled. That is the proper capitalization of the game. Night Rain is the antithesis of creativity in this list of games I've played this year. It's just chugging that fucking Souls-like train along. It's running on fumes at this point, in my opinion. I sound like I hate that game. I don't. It's fine. I had fun playing it, but I'm over it. I really hope. You know, I don't think I'm even gonna buy a Switch 2, so I probably will never play Duskbloods, but I do hope that it's something different. It seems like they're trying to get the Bloodborne aesthetic back, so I hope it brings some of the feel of Bloodborne back. I know it's also going to be a multiplayer-focused game, which is not from Soft's forte at all, and I think that's part of the problem with Night Rain, but anyway, most creative game. Friendships does have a good amount of creativity in it. That might be it. Blessed Burden is just really good execution. In fact, again, that's another one that's not going to win anything, but like it should be mentioned because it's really fucking good. Honestly, I might have skipped over that in most fun. House of Necrosis definitely beats that, but I mean, it's a very fun game. K9, nah. Harvest Moon 64, no. Don't Feed It, no. Cursed Digicam, no. Mother, no. Vladimir's Lore. Much like the PS1 discs, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of creativity going on in there, but I don't know that it's going to win this award at all. Sorry to Vladimir Lore. Kiosk, also not very creative. Heartworm, I wouldn't call it creative, it's just really good execution. Like, they nailed what they were going for, but it's not necessarily creative. Doom 64, Tetris 64. Well, Tetris 64, absolutely not. Bakaratsu, it's a pretty unique game. Dude, Treasure, okay, this game is made by Treasure, by the way. Treasure Software, the people that made Gunstar Heroes, they made fucking, what's the Shake game on the N64, Mischief Makers, many other beloved games also. They make unique-ass games. I'll put them on the list, maybe. Paratropic has some good writing, but like otherwise it's a very standard indie game. Man, Silent Hill F is going to end up on the honorable mentions list, I think, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling by the time we get to the end of these awards here. I loved House of Necrosis, fantastic game, not particularly creative in any way. Like I mean, you can describe it with a two-word like combo sentence. It's a mystery dungeon game with the paint of Resident Evil on it, which is not a dig at the game. I loved the game. I mean, I gave it most fun game of the year, you know. Actually, oh, you know what? You know what actually unironically belongs on this list? Martian Gothic Reunification. It's creative in the worst fucking way possible, but I had to consider it as most creative. Mr. Bones, almost, but it doesn't pass the threshold. A lot of these point and clicks also are like, they're pretty creative, but like, not enough. Oh, No, I'm Not a Human, definitely a creative game. Maybe that one. Darkseid 2, you know, I'd give Darkseid, actually, no, I'd give both Darkseeds potentially most creative. Darkseid 2 is a special kind of, like, concoction of, like, this is how you should do a sequel to a weird, also really good horror game. Like, I like that quite a bit. Beyond that, no, there's a lot of creativity in Phantasmagoria 2 as well. Chad, I think I've made up my mind, though, as we've been scrolling down here. It's really just been a downward slope. I'm gonna give it to Disco Elysium, chat. The world building itself is just like, oh, it's amazing. Most frustrating game, chat. Oh god. Iggy's Wrecking Balls, maybe. I think I know what this goes to. I think I do know what this goes to, chat. I'm gonna double check. I'm looking at all these games. Silent Hill 4 frustrates me on a level I cannot describe because, and this is like, but here's the problem. This is the diet version of like what I'm about to bring up. It's like, I wish this game were better. Having said that, Silent Hill 4 is like okay. It's not like a bad game. I really want it to be better, but it's not. You know what? I don't even need to go through the list, chat. Well, okay. No, fuck all the other things I just highlighted. It's head to head. It's gonna be Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, or motherfucking Martian Gothic, wherever the fuck that piece of shit game is. There it is. Who wins this battle? You know what? I'm gonna give it to Martian Gothic because even after reading a guide, I was still immensely frustrated by the fucking game. In fact, following a guide closely, I'm still like, oh my god, I hate every second of this. That is a truly kind of special awful that exists. And on top of that, the fact that it has a fantastic story, and not just a story, but a fantastic world that it builds out. It's such a fucking shame that the game itself is complete ass. Like, it pisses me off to no end. Like, this game is awful, but like parts of it are actually amazing, but it's all parts that don't fucking matter because it's the story. Could you imagine a frustration greater than that? The gameplay itself is amazingly frustrating, but even beyond that, yeah, no, it definitely goes to Martian Gothic. Best laughs. Okay, here we go. Here we fucking go, chat. What made me laugh? Disco Elysium did make me laugh quite a bit. I know I said earlier about like not giving things multiple awards. That wasn't in regard to Disco Elysium. I wasn't even thinking about that when I said that. Yeah. Could be that. Oh, goodness. Not a lot of funny games here. I thought I would laugh more at Silent Hill 4 than I did. I was more frustrated by it than anything. Okay, Men in Black, the game, this might happen. It's gonna be hard to beat this. This game was, I mean, I guess not that short. It took us 5 hours to beat it. Like, in the grand scheme of things, pretty short, and I did get quite a lot of laughs out of it. If I don't give this award to Mortal Kombat Mythologies, no, I'm not giving it to Mortal Kombat Mythologies, but I do need to write that down under honorable mentions. Poop Killer definitely didn't make me laugh. I laughed in a very wholesome way while playing to a T. I don't think it's gonna win like best laugh of the year. There were a couple of moments in both the Fear Effect games actually that made me laugh pretty hard, but it's less intentional, and also it was just like, it was fleeting. It wasn't like the whole time I was laughing my ass off or anything. Is there really anything that can beat Men in Black? Because I think Men in Black probably has. Men in Black is so fucking jank that I'm smiling thinking about that game, you know? Like The Crow was also funny in a jank way, but it was more frustrating than funny. Grim Fandango had okay, if we're talking genuine laughs, Grim Fandango probably had the most like genuine laughs out of me, because it's a funny game. It's a silly little setup. It's great. I love the setting. I love the story. I love everything about Grim Fandango except for like 80% of the puzzles. You know? Oh, Mr. Bones. Actually, shit. Hold on. Here's the actual contenders, though. Mr. Bones or fucking Men in Black. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream also gave me a good amount of laughs, but nowhere near as much as those other two games. No, I'm Not a Human also, again, genuine. I don't even know if it's meant to be humor, but it's one of those moments where you gotta like laugh to stop from crying or whatever. It's a lot of humanity poured into No, I'm Not a Human. Darkseid 2, you might attribute this to the marijuana, but roaming around town just hassling every individual that lives in our small town was pretty fucking funny. Especially because of the way they all act like, I said it earlier, they act like goons, chat. This is the literal Goon game, you know? Everyone's fucking like shut off and they got their own shit going on and they're all shady as fuck. Like, I'm laughing again just thinking about it. Phantasmagoria 2, maybe it didn't make me laugh. It made me laugh like nervously of like, oh my god, is my channel gonna get lasered? Like, because there's extreme shit happening every 2 seconds. Chat, I made my decision. It goes to Men in Black, the game. This game is just so fucking goofy. Oh, good. We have a worst game category. Perfect. Well, this is only one of two things. I'll tell you this up front. Again, it's Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, or it's motherfucking The Crow. That's not the one. God, what is worse? What a race to the bottom. There's nothing that even compares. Like, I hate Martian Gothic, but like, oh my god, both of these games are so much worse than it. What do I hold more disdain for? You know what? I'm giving it to Mortal Kombat because, unlike the other game, unlike The Crow, you start with the same shit when you use a checkpoint. this fucking game, you have to carefully manage your checkpoints in how you like build everything. Did Martian Gothic? Yeah, Martian Gothic won most frustrating. We're gonna give The Crow an honorable mention for sure, if I can find it even. There we go. Because it's definitely not the best game, the game of the year. Limited lives on a long game is the worst. Yeah, limited lives and supplies, because like you have you also have a limited inventory. Yeah, it definitely belongs to Mortal Kombat Mythologies. Fuck that game. And there's a bunch of other problems on top of all that bullshit, but that's the worst game we've played this year easily. What did I give that? Hold on, I'm going to my N64 spreadsheet off screen really quick. One sec. This is the PS1 playlist. Which, to be fair, that game also exists on PS1, and I own a copy of it on PS1. It's just as shit on PS1, you just also get FMV cutscenes, that's really the only difference. Where the hell is it? I gave it a 2 out of 10? What the fuck is wrong with me? Anyway, for enjoyability. Anyway, chat. So earlier when I said I don't want to give things the same category, I already had a game in mind. Nothing beats this. I know we literally just finished it last night, but can't find it now. There we go. No, I'm Not a Human is my game of the year. It's goated. I'm sorry, chat. I fucking love this game. It hits every spot perfectly. And again, with a very simple gameplay loop, it just straight up it nails the emotion of being caught in the middle of an apocalypse and like the horrible things that probably realistically would happen. You know, obviously there's science fiction involved in the scenario, but like, yeah, no words. It's great. And you know, a lot of that's metaphor too. Like it's, oh, it's beautiful. What a fucking incredible amalgamation of like, there's just a lot of humanity in the design of the game, and I cannot appreciate that enough. It's why I want to go back and do all the endings and don't even want to look at a guide to tell me how to do the endings and stuff like that. Like, I just want to figure that shit out. It's fucking awesome. Runner-ups for Game of the Year. Most certainly Disco Elysium belongs on that list. None of this fucking matters. That already won something anyway, but Tenchu 2 also potentially Game of the Year. The more I think about it, I liked Soul of the Samurai, but like Tenchu 2 is just like, it's not even the better version of it, but it's a better samurai game. So, you know. Signalis most definitely, Conscript also most definitely. Again, speaking of humanity, both of those games are just dripping with like You take well, okay, with Conscript, you don't even take sci-fi. Like it's pretty much a fucking like it's a World War One simulator, and it's fucking brutal, and it should be because it's World War One. Like obviously, it's been done to death, the concept that war is hell, but holy shit, does this game capture that in a game? And oh my god, again, we got the best ending. I'm not gonna spoil what the best ending is, but the way that that's laid out is such a perfect. Like I read what the other endings were after I got that, or not even the best ending, but like the special ending, the rank S ending, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I guess it's the conscripted ending. That's what it's called. That is the perfect way to end the narrative that game is putting forth. It's beautiful, it's harrowing, it's fucking... Oh. I'm sorry that I couldn't fit this into any category. Same with Signalis. Chat, genuinely, not on stream, but a couple days after I finished Signalis, I was thinking about the ending, and I literally, like... this is so fucking pretentious, but I wept, like, tears of, like, joy of, like, that is such a beautiful fucking story. Like, oh my god. I'm getting choked up thinking about it right now. Scrolling down. This is not potentially best of the year, but this does belong in the honorable mentions if I didn't already put it there. I think I might have. I did. Okay, cool. Dead Letter Department. Actually, you know what? Honestly, both belongs in the honorable mentions and was a potential game of the year. Again, it's a small indie game going up against these fucking titans, you know? I guess I picked an indie game as the game of the year. Also, I mean, for anyone who's like, what the fuck? How could Goon pick this for game of the year in 2025? It's from this list. It's not even from 2025 games. It's anything in this list. I guess that probably goes without saying, but just I've been looking through the list. To a T, oh man. I know we already have that on honorable mentions. It doesn't belong anywhere near game of the year, but what a fucking wholesome game. Like, oh my god. Again, this game warms my cold dead heart. Such a fucking, like, I don't even say like it's a great game. It's just like it's yeah, that's it. It's wholesome. I heard To a T flopped at the box office pretty bad. That does not shock me. It does sadden me, but what are you gonna do? Life is pain, chat. Heartworm also most certainly. We put that down already, right? We did not put that down already as a potential, or as a... No, I have that in most impressive. I lost my place, chat. What have I done? There it is. Doom 64, not really game of the year material. Like I said, Soul of the Samurai, while good, you know what, that will go in honorable mentions for sure. Silent Hill F, I mean, shit. Okay, if I hadn't played, not To a T, if I hadn't played No, I'm Not a Human, Silent Hill F would probably be my game of the year. I'd say that. This is very much the runner-up. Fantastic game. Sorry, just fucking... Like, Silent Hill F works in horror in a way where it's like, it's a contained story, and, you know, maybe it on some levels it's relatable. It follows the Silent Hill meta of, like, every moment means, like, 50 different things, and I feel like a fucking idiot, because there's points where I'm like, oh, I'm like, while I was playing the game, I'm not gonna say what I said, but I was hyper-analyzing, I'm like, oh, this clicks. This means this. But in the reality, much in the tradition of the good Silent Hill games, and this is one of them. Easily, without hesitation, this is we're back. We're fucking back. Silent Hill is back, baby. So many moments mean so many different things, and I was trying to analyze things in one shape, and it's like maybe kind of, I don't even know if that's what the writers were going for, but it definitely felt like a certain thing. But that's not what the game's about, and it's about a lot of things, honestly. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to spoil the game, so I'm not getting into details, but yeah. Anyway. House of Necrosis. Not Game of the Year material, but again, incredibly fun. I had a fucking blast playing it. I'd almost put Kaudeka up there as like a potential Game of the Year, but I don't know. I Have No Mouth also certainly in the running, but I mean, what won, but I'll put that as like a runner-up, you know? Obviously, No, I'm Not a Human 1. Darkseid 2. Both Darkseid 2 and Phantasmagoria 2, they were floating around in my head as like potentially this is Game of the Year. As we were as I kept going through this list for each category, I'm like, no, it's No, I'm Not a Human. that's my go-to. But yeah. Now for our honorable pardon me. I'm drunk, chat. I'm putting this at the front of the list. Silent Hill F, most certainly deserving of runner-up. It's runner-up in a lot of different categories. We got Darkseid 2 in there, we got Phantasmagoria 2 in there, so we can take those two out. I have no... Well, this is awkward. This has a comma in the title. So I'm gonna ignore the comma. No, wait, there's no comma. What am I saying? Dude, we gotta put Mr. Bones, like, again, for funniest game. Like, that's an honorable mention for that reason. I know I'm just, like, putting these in a giant pool of crap right now, but... Martian Gothic won something, right? Yeah, it won most frustrating. I don't know, I've already forgotten seconds after. Oh, Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. You know what? No, it doesn't. It does not deserve to be on this list. Soul of the Samurai, absolutely. Tenchu 2 won something. I don't think Tenchu 1 needs to be on the honorable mention list. Kiosk? No, never mind. It's like Kiosk maybe. I'm gonna leave Stardew Valley off of the list because usually I compile these with like games I finished in that year. I don't really know why I put the fucking Resident Evil game. You know, I might finish the Resident Evil game before the year ends, chat. I just need to wait for my fucking thing to finish building, and maybe I can level my troops up enough to actually beat that boss we played earlier in this video, actually. When I was talking about that stupid mobile slop fucking game. That gets no mention, honestly. You know what? Blessed Burden, it didn't really fit in any of these categories is the problem, but like, it's real good. It deserves a mention. I already put 2 a T in here, right? Yeah. Dead Letter Department, absolutely. In fact, I'm gonna put that after Phantasmagoria 2, chat. These aren't particularly ranked or anything, I'm just, you know. You know, like, Balatro is great, but I don't even think it needs a mention, honestly. Like, whatever. Oh, all 3 of the shitty games I played, or like the peak shit I played, made it into one category or another. Worst game, Sub-Zero. Best laughs, Men in Black. Most frustrating. Martian Gothic there. Oh, post-trauma. Oh, I already put that in there, though. Yeah. Certainly deserves some recognition. It was very well made. I had a great time playing it as well. Again, before fucking Neobards came out of like nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. I guess hot off the presses. No, never mind. Bluebird made Silent Hill 2 remake, but it actually came out of nowhere. Just like, hey, here's one of the best Silent Hills. I'd still put original 2 and 3 over Silent Hill F, but like Silent Hill F is fucking phenomenal. Like I don't know what else to say about that. I almost want to put Silent Hill 4 in the list of honorable mentions. No, Krusty Proto definitely goes in the list of honorable mentions. Silent Hill 4, maybe. I gotta think about that a little bit more. Maybe it'll go in there. Conscript got no award, right? It did not. That actually should be... No, at the top of the list. Fuck these other games. Conscript is fucking amazing. Shame it didn't win anything, but whatever. Overblood 2 actually is kind of a weird sleeper hitter. That's gonna go at the end of the list for sure. We have all these honorable mentions, but we also made a lot of categories this year, so... Oh, Signalis, that belongs right next to Conscript. Ooh... What order do I put these in? Again, the order doesn't matter. We'll just put it. What is this from? Oh, Xenoblade. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That's not retro. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is winter-themed video game music. This is from the Scott Pilgrim video game. It's from Deltarune. And, you know, I should have noticed that when Song 3 was a Mario Odyssey song. There we go. You know, on the one hand, I should mention the demo discs, but, like, they're the demo discs. It feels weird to put them anywhere on the list because it's, like, it's several games by, like, different companies. Different companies and or individuals. So, I don't know. Okay, that Scooby-Doo game... Nah, it wasn't really that interesting. I'm, like, trying to build it up, but it's just not. Okay, actually, though, shoutouts to Tetrasphere, because that game is fucking... good as shit. That's going on the honorable mentions, and I think that's the end of my honorable mentions. Yep. Alright. Well, chat, you know, it certainly has been a year. I will not be streaming tomorrow, aka New Year's Eve, aka I guess now, if you're in my time zone, since it's 1:20 at this point, but thank you for the claps. We played... Man, this might have been the biggest, like, Whiplash year. I'm gonna name this the year of Whiplash games, because I played some of the best shit, and I've also played... Yo, Sakari Lupus, thank you for the raid! I'm sorry, I was just, like, closing out here, but also, what's up, Lord Cam Cam? Thank you for the raid. Let me give you a shout-out real quick. How are y'all doing? I almost typed shout out. Hope your stream went well. Chat, we played a shitty Game Boy Advance game, and then then I looked through every game I played in 2025, which is 108 of them. Because this first row is the header. No, wait. No, it is. I just didn't freeze it. Okay, yeah. And we finished 107 of them, chat. Best disguised incremental game. You play so many games, really cool. Thank you. I try to do a variety here. If I could be honest, if I go to my 2024 games, we actually beat 150 games this year. I don't know why this says 163. It's 100 and... Well, it's 150 something. Hold on. I have too many spreadsheets, chat. Although, this is just a different tab of the same spreadsheet. Yeah, no. 2024 was our record year of game completions with 150 games beaten. This game we beat 100. Or this year we beat 104. I played a lot less like short indie games. That's really the difference between last year and this year. Intention to stick to that many games. How many spreadsheets? How dare you? If you want to see my 2024 awards, I gave an award to a ROM hack for most creative. Though to be fair, it deserves it. Yump 2 is an incredibly creative Super Mario World ROM hack. But that again, also these are for the record, these are games that I played in this year. They aren't necessarily from this year. They aren't the entirety of the year. Like, for example, this year, I didn't play Clair Obscur, okay? Last year, I didn't play Baldur's Gate. I still haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. I don't fucking know what that game's like. They're probably awesome, but I haven't played them yet. Stiff competition this year. In fact, I made an honorable mentions section. But yeah, we gave Game of the Year to No, I'm Not a Human. It's fucking awesome. It's harrowing. It's a depressing view into a a mid-apocalyptic simulator, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. It's real fucking cool. Worst game of the year went to Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. That game's from like 20 years ago. But it's fucking awful. Best laughs went to Men in Black, the game. Also an ancient game for PS1. It's a Resident Evil clone. Very silly video game. Most frustrating went to Martian Gothic Reunification, another PS1 game. A lot of PS1 winners this year. Actually, yeah, shit. Hold on. Four of the 8 categories went to PS1 games. In the best and worst ways. Anyway. Most creative, I gave it to Disco Elysium. I played that for the first time this year. Most impressive went to Heartworm, which is a indie Resident Evil clone. And most fun I gave to House of Necrosis, which is basically like any of the Mystery Dungeon games. So if you ever played Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or Chocobo Mystery Dungeon or Shiren the Wanderer or whatever other game that engine used to go under. It's like that, but not made by that team. But also they slapped a coat of Resident Evil paint on it. And my honorable mentions were all these games. Conscript, fantastic anti-war war game. Takes place in World War I, and it's speaking of harrowing, yeah. Signalis. This game is so fucking beautiful in its storytelling that it not on stream, but it did make me cry off stream when I was thinking about the ending, like a couple days after I finished the game. Like cry tears of like joy and how like beautiful the artfulness of the game is, and how tragic it is too. I'm not spoiling anything, but you know, it's whatever. Silent Hill F was fucking incredible, and I'm so happy that Silent Hill is back. But it didn't win against anything else up here. You know, I don't know what else to tell you. There's really not a lot of positive categories here, I guess. So there's that too. Likewise, Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of Flesh was... Man, I was not sure if I was going to be like, oh my god, this game is... Okay, the first stream I had of this game, I was like constantly ping-ponging back between like, oh my god, this game's gonna be like super dated and like really yikes, and like, holy shit, this game's extreme, it's gonna get me fucking banned, because there's a lot of just straight up sex in this game, chat, if you don't know Phantasmagoria 2. It's horny, it's kinky, it's fucking... It's a lot of stuff. But it... Not to spoil the game. Also, we ran out of music, so I'm going to hit you guys with this thing while I'm yapping. And then I'm going to raid somebody, because it's late. But first, what the hell is this game I'm looking for? There we go. Oh, that needs to be cranked. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Hell yeah. Dead Letter Department. You know... As someone that plays a lot of indie horror games, the genre of like job simulator indie horror game is so done to death that it's not even funny to like talk about it at this point. But this game actually fucking nails it. I don't know what clicks with this game versus like other job sim games, and maybe it's just the framing of it or whatever. Gotta stay up till 2026. No, I have to work tomorrow, so no thank you. Or today, as it were, since it's technically 1 a.m. Darkseid 2, phenomenal follow-up to Darkseid 1, which is already a great game. Post-Trauma, insanely impressive what a single developer could do. And they had voice actors and they had, I think, a sound crew and everything, but like, for like a single like programmer, this game is like ridiculously like impressive. Krusty Proto, very funny, short and sweet little parody. I just didn't really we played funnier stuff, we played more creative stuff, you know, it didn't fit anywhere. Axis, really cool little puzzle game. Again, if I had like a best puzzle game, it'd probably end up there, but whatever. To a T, insanely wholesome game. It's made by the Katamari guy, or at least one of the Katamari guys was involved in making it. And it shows. It fucking shows. That's all I gotta say, in the best way possible. Blessed Burden, really cool, fast-paced FPS platformer game. The Crow City of Angels, giant piece of shit, somehow still less frustrating than Martian Gothic Reunification, and less bad than Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. As is appropriate, it's a loser even at losing. Terrible fucking video game. I'm so glad I'm done with it. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, great point and click. I loved it from start to finish. Again, weird game, goes in fucking dark places, but you know, cool game. Mr. Bones, very funny game, very funny FMV platformer for the Sega Saturn. I think that's actually the first Sega Saturn game I've ever played, and you know what? I think I made a good pick. One of these days I want to play Police Knots because I'm a bit of a Kojima head. I know there's a translation of Police Knots out there. I think the Sega Saturn way is the best way to play it. I know it's on PS1, I know it's like, no, it's just those two, I think. Anyway, Soul of the Samurai, very good. It lost out to Tenchu 2, Birth of the Stealth Assassins in a couple of categories here, but it was still very good. I put Blessed Burden on here twice, apparently. Let me fix that. So I put Krusty Proto on here twice, too. Ignore that. Overblood 2. Overblood 1 is one of those games that, like, it's so bad that it's funny, but it's not frustrating, so it's like, it's a good playthrough. If you want, like, a meme game to play, Overblood 1 is pretty great. Also, if you stream it on Twitch, there's a character called Peepo, and your character in the game will call him out like Peepo or Peepo. Like, so he says Peepo a lot, which, you know, if you're on Twitch, this is going to be meme city. So there you go. Anyway, Overblood 2 is completely unrelated, and it was cool. And again, I'm a bit of a sucker for cyberpunk stories, but you know, it was a good story. I'm sorry, chat. It's a good game. It's a weird game, but it's a good one. And lastly, Tetrasphere, really good fucking staple on the N64. If you like puzzle attack games like I do, genuinely just go fucking play Tetrasphere. Get an emulator, put it in, it's good. Anyway, chat, that has been 2025. Thank you so much for hanging out while I bullshit for like 5.5 hours. I just looked at the clock there. Well, okay, we played a video game for like the first 2 hours of this, but still, you know. With that, chat, I'm out. I will see you guys in 2026. I'm not streaming tomorrow/today. But y'all have yourself a Goon one. Perfect timing. This video goes on for a lot longer, but I'm gonna just cut it off there. Yeah. And again, the unfinished games we have are from this year are Resident Evil Survival Unit and Stardew Valley. I still have the spreadsheet from my stream anniversary, which I do in May. Yeah, I hope you guys have a happy new year and whatever else you have either already celebrated. Honestly, at this point, everything else is over, so, well, Yeah, I think so, right? Yeah. Pretty sure. Might be wrong. Anyway. May all your acquaintances be forgotten. May my brain be forgotten. This is our sheet of games we haven't finished. A little sneak peek into next year, but on January 1st, I should be back at 8 p.m. Eastern, chat, and we will be playing our next N64 game. By the way, we're switching things up in the new year. We're gonna do one on, one off. I've mentioned this a couple times throughout this year. I'm gonna play the current N64 game till it's done. Then we'll switch over to PS1. Then we'll play the current PS1 game till it's done, switch back to N64, so on and so forth until we're done. Well, really, realistically speaking, until we're done with N64, there's not that many N64 games left, and we have a ton of PS1 games left. But yeah, you might see some of these games show up in the new year. Who the heck knows? Maybe we'll play Zombie U for all we know. Eventually I'm going to play that, or Ebola 2. You know? Everyone's favorite. Chips Challenge, I've beaten that. I beat it off stream, but... Oh, that's why it's separated down here, because I didn't beat it on stream. But whatever. Whatever. We'll leave it on there. Same with We Love Katamari, like, I beat that off stream. I mean, I beat it before I even streamed it. I was just doing, like, an achievement grind on it. And Yump 2, we did beat that game, we rolled credits, but, there is, like, extra stuff we could do in it. We got those Tiger Gamecom games. Oh, actually, good news on these. Well, one of them anyway. So, Jeopardy is still busted as fuck, but Lights Out, I actually have a way to emulate it where I can, like, save the flash RAM or whatever the hell the Tiger Gamecom... Whatever this stupid... Hold on, I got stuff stacked on it. My dramatic effect has been ruined. This thing has so much dust on it right now. Appropriately. Whatever system of memory this thing fucking uses, the Tiger Gamecom. I have a way to make at least Lights Out work properly as a real Tiger Gamecom would work, so we can play that slowly. There's like, the problem with Lights Out is there's like 500 puzzles on it, so I have to like grind that out, and when I had an emulator that just doesn't save the RAM and also can't save state, it's a bit of a problem. Like I said, Resident Evil Survival Unit, I could potentially finish that this year. I'm not streaming another second of that game. You guys saw me fight the final boss, as far as I'm concerned, of like when I'm done with that game. As soon as I beat that fucker, we're done with that. But I'm also not going to stream it. So, get wrecked, chat. Neo, Half-Life Alyx, Stone Shard, Contagion, Monstrum, Alone in the Dark... Oh, God, Alone in the Dark Elimination. That's going to be painful. It Steals, Lode Runner 2, Caves of Cud, Keep Talking Nobody Explodes. Oh, this is the VR one specifically. So I'll need 2 people to do that. That's kind of why I haven't finished it. The Forest, Lama Lana 2, Arizona Sunshine, Wings of V, Nier Automata, Getting Over It, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and last but not least, Stardew Valley. I'm not going to play all of those games next year, but some of these might get played. You never know what and when. Ideally, I'd like to beat every game I ever play on stream, chat. But that's neither here nor there. Alright, I'm rambling. Let's get going. Let me find somebody to raid. But enjoy your new year and whatever else. And VOD watchers, Lamau, it's probably like 2 weeks into January at this point. Get wrecked. Noobs.